Hello, everyone. God bless. God bless y'all. I know I'm late. I know. How you doing, Brown Bear? She said hello, everyone. All Ronald Wilson. Truth hurts. Thanks for the green hearts. And how are you doing tonight, my friend? I think he was talking to Truth Hurts. Oh, she put up a bunch of green hearts for him. Lady CG says, hello, PG and friends. How you doing tonight, Lady CG? God bless you. Hello, Norma. She says, Ronald Wilson, much love. That is so sweet. Hello, our bucket list has holes. She says, hello, PG, mods, chat family, much love to all. Absolutely, God bless, much love to you, sweetie. English Rose, hello, PG. Hello to you, English Rose. God bless you tonight. I see so many in here. Hello, Miss Fletcher. She is saying hello to people in the chat as well. Our chat is lovely. We got such a lovely, lovely chat. I'm kind of back a little bit. I'm sorry. Hello, American Girl. How are you tonight? Hello, Sassy Splash. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is beautiful, Splash. Absolutely. Hello, PG. Hello, everyone. I say hello to everyone. God bless you guys. Much love. So, not much went on today. Candus seemed to stay off her YouTube. I didn't see anything of her today. Ronnie Lawson. Hello, guys. Yeah, hello to you, Ronnie. Absolutely. That is hilarious. We got to wonder who did this one. That is super cute. Absolutely, you can join. You are more than welcome to join, especially if you're the real Ronnie. He said, may I? Absolutely. And I sent a link. You can come up on panel if you like. Just click on the link and come right on up here. You are definitely one that we want to talk to. He says, how do I join? You grab the link and come up. I'm sure my chat will educate you on grabbing the link that I put in under Prayer Garden of America. You click on it and you come up on panel. Today was her church day. She goes to church today. It will be arrested. Made by Monday. You mean there will be an arrest made by Monday? We hope so. Happy Sabbath, brother. Absolutely. Today is the Sabbath. From Friday evening till Saturday evening. Absolutely is the Sabbath. We are to stay in our places and we're supposed to be mindful and pray. No cooking, no cleaning, no anything. Just a day of rest. We rest because God rests. I hate to say it, but PG didn't get much rest. If you're going to troll, make it good, please. Absolutely. That's what I say. If you're going to troll, absolutely make it a good one. If you're going to troll, won't you troll right on up here, right up on the panel? As I always say, our panel is open every night, 100%. Everybody is welcome to Palm Panel to chit chat, talk about summer, support her, and to support me. So I ain't there alone. Anyone's welcome to grab the link and come up, join the panel. Absolutely. Hello, Julie. How are you tonight? God bless. Let me see what I got here. Oh, Robin, I feel so sorry for you. You should really be ashamed of yourself. You not only dogs people, but you call yourself a person of God. Sorry, but God's children don't act like you. And they probably don't look like you. Tabby, I need to see you a little better. I can't see you, sweetie. Okay, I'm bringing you up. How you doing, Tabby?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I think I'm.
I couldn't see you too good, so I had to make sure it's you.
Yeah. Is that really Ronnie Larson?
I cannot answer that. I do not know. I think that most people would be afraid to impersonate him because he is a person of law enforcement.
Yeah.
So if it's not, they could be in a lot of trouble. That's all I got to say.
How this whole case is unwinding. It's pathetic.
No, it's unwinding quick. That is absolutely for sure. It is definitely. And hey, back chat's going. Pam and Dusty from the farm. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. Can you read back chat?
Okay.
Tab. Yeah, it says that sat on panel. Your name was Catherine Morse. I don't care what they say. They say my name is Denise, and they say that my name is like 500 people. This ain't the first time I've heard
PG?
it. Yeah, they can call me whatever they want to.
PG?
Yes, sweetie.
Oh, here we go.
Can you hear me? Hello? Are you able to hear me, Tabby? I don't think she could hear me. Okay, I lost her. She probably have to grab a link and come back up. That happens. It's going to start up. Yeah, Samantha. I like that name. Um, they call me all kinds of things. Like I said, I have to look at my own ID to find out who I really am. Sometimes it's crazy. I've got so many names, it's unbelievable. And it seems like everybody they want to call me has to be old and ugly or something. Why can't anybody be young and pretty? You know, are they really that freaking jelly that they have to? Okay, sweetie, I'm bringing you on panel tab. Yeah,
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. I had to take yesterday off. This whole thing is crazy.
Oh, it's getting there.
Remember when I stated I asked if Pam if Pam Wells adopted um Candus?
Right, at 14 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was somebody spread it that bit of news because of oh crap, I can't remember his name again, and it was just in my chat last night, but it has to do with some movie star that actually did adopt a um is yeah, it is Lady CG, absolutely. Um
But yeah, I know what you were talking about because I was listening to it, and then this one lady, she said, "Well, in order to get on the property, I acted like I was lost, and I went up on the property. I knocked on the door,
mhm,
and I guess Grandma answered the door, and then Candace came outside, and I guess she gave this girl a puppy, and she said that she seen this flyer. I'm like, okay, this is getting bizarre.
yeah,
And and then I was watching the one um little clip about the California boys, and then I was watching the Summers case.
right,
It was the California boys. The parents are already locked up.
absolutely.
But
And
yet,
they are locked up without bail
yeah,
due to their flight risk. But they, that happened in 2020s when they, the Christmas of 2020 is when they first figured out that the boys had been missing. So, you know, it took, um, a lot, like a year and over a year and a couple months before,
yeah,
so it takes time for, law enforcement to put everything in perspective and actually get a conviction upon people like this. They
wow,
There's a lot. There's a lot of paperwork. First, they got to cross everything off and get
uh huh,
get what they really even though they got something solid and they know that this is exactly what happened. Um, what they do is then but they still have to cross everything else off. And they got it down to wandering off. Well, actually, foul play and wandering off. Foul play came first. So then they had that big search up there that shocked Donald and them, and the surprise right before winter hit. And then they went back now this past week. They've been up
mm,
there every day, um, going 90. And I believe that really is to just cross off, you know, the run doing their way theory. They're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, and absolutely they've got something solid. And I think they're getting ready to go in and do the same thing that you know the West family got.
yeah,
And I know that I heard that their boys have been talking as well. So, but I think they pretty much had what they needed from the get, which was
Mm-hmm.
Hunter's phone. I felt that when they didn't give that back, they had something really solid and good upon it somehow. So,
What really got me upset last night was here, Candus. First, she was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna get my teeth, a new set of teeth for my mouth," and then I seen her hair, and I'm like, "Good Lord, you have a daughter out there, and you're getting all dolled up for what?"
Benny
I don't know.
or anybody else that she might be able to pick up that's homeless beside the road. Didn't we hear Allie tell us that it wasn't nothing for Candace to pick up strays and take them home with her?
Yeah, I heard something like that. And then,
And I didn't believe it. So I asked Donald about that. And he said,
uh,
yeah. When he got home, the man was sitting up there.
oh my God.
Absolutely. And Candace acts like it's nothing to pick those type of people up. And he said that even that man, he had to run off. They were up there having a little cookout feeding him. Yeah.
Part of this,
True
I
story.
blame CPS.
True story.
Yeah, I know. I heard something about it, but I didn't really pay any attention. I was just worried about that little girl. Where is this little girl? And you guys are.
Donald said when he got home, they had the table outside and chairs, and they were all sitting up there outside, um, eating and drinking. And he asked, "Who the hell is this?"
Hmm.
And Candace just told him that it was a friend that they picked up and brought home, and um, he had no place to go. And Donald's like, "We ain't staying here," you know. Ran him off, but Candace was ready to keep him.
Mm-mm.
Crazy, right?
I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to send you the article. Where I lived at the time, there was a 4-year-old little girl. The father was in state prison at the time. The mother was shacking up with some meth head, and she was on housing and getting all this assistance. So, anyway, the boyfriend, I guess, was living with her, and he killed her 4-year-old daughter.
Wow,
And oh, it gets sickening and what yeah. So
wow,
anyway, he picked the daughter up, put the daughter in the bed, covered her up, and then that's where she was for a while. I
wow,
don't remember exactly how long, but um, she was in the bed, and then I guess the heat was coming down because where I live, the PD department and the sheriffs, they don't play games. And CPS was getting calls about this one family that who had the little girl. They would go in and they would take her, check on the kid and everything.
right,
But she had bruises all over her. And I'm like, why in the hell didn't you take the kid then?
exactly,
You know?
absolutely,
But honest to God, then um, they seen themselves on the news. They picked up the daughter, put the daughter in the freezer.
oh my god,
Yes. And a friend of mine who works for the police department, now she's retired, she's the one that got the call.
wow,
And then an ex-boyfriend of mine and his brother, they met her there at the apartments. And my ex-boyfriend, he said, "Here, if you're not going to kick the door in guess what? I'll go to jail and I'll kick the door in. Then you can take me to jail. And she goes and said, okay, okay. So the two brothers, they kicked that door in. She walked in. They were gone. The parents were gone. They were
Wow.
in another town with a suitcase with their
Oh,
belongings, and a cop spotted them, pulled them over, brought them back. They sat in jail for well over a year. When it was all said and done, CPS got sued by the grandparents. And then the father got out of prison, and he told his parole officer, I don't care about going back to prison. I'm going to go to jail and I'm going to beat the hell out of him. Sure enough,
wow.
that's what he did. He he put the cops on a high-speed chase, and they got him for violation of parole, threw him in jail, and they beat the hell out of him. Now they're in prison. But yeah, I'm gonna. The little girl, oh my God, she was gorgeous, and her whole life was taken from her.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the mother, she went to jail. Well, I didn't do anything. Your
Right,
daughter's dead. You
right,
allowed some man to kill your daughter, and then you were seen with him out of town getting on a train.
right,
So yeah, they took child protective services where I live to the cleaners. They sued them for almost everything. So
well,
because they did not do their job all the way.
right, right, absolutely.
And I'm going to send you that article, and I want you to read it.
Oh, I
You'll be
appreciate
like,
that. I appreciate
oh
that.
my God. And
It's
Candus.
unbelievable how much Child Protective Services messes up. They mess up so much, and it's
Yep.
costing so many children their lives. And
Uh-huh.
and that's just totally and utterly ridiculous the way they destroy these children by not
That's,
wanting to do their job.
I don't know. I'm just so sick over this little girl. Because all I could see is the little girl that was found in the freezer, dead.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, these kids have a right to live their lives, and um as you said yourself, she was a beautiful little girl, and
Yep.
very beautiful. They went there. She had bruises all over. Why didn't they take her then? I don't know.
I
We
don't
can't
know.
answer. We can't answer these questions. I think that caseworkers become numb. I think when they first start out, I think when they first start out, they really care, and they do what they need to be doing and so forth and so on. But I think they get because if you start, I think you get reprimanded if you start taking too many kids, because child services really don't have enough foster homes to put all these kids and so forth in. And sometimes the children sit, or the caseworkers even have to take them home until they can be placed and so forth and so on. And you know so um and a lot of the children have to be split up because they don't have room. No one could take like a group of them and so forth and so on as well. So it is a very devastating thing. And I think that a lot of the caseworkers get in like, why, if why couldn't you just leave them there, and this and that and one thing and another. So I think when they come in, and a lot of parents, say, oh, well, the kid plays hard, falls to school, falls in the yard, falls.
Mhm.
and gets bruises here. I mean, you'd be surprised at how these parents can be so convincing at explaining away all these boo boos, you know?
Yeah. Mm-mm. And, yet, and then Candace, she's walking around with all this money, but yet apparently, um, I guess Hawkins County or Rogersville, where whoever is having a short of money, if she didn't have nothing to do with her daughter's disappearance, she would have been down at the sheriff's department or the
Daily,
police department saying,
daily.
"Here, take my money. I don't care. Here, go find my baby."
She be, and even if they, I don't know if they, take the nominations or not, but even if they couldn't take the donations, she could at least have bought gift cards and gave out. She could have took donuts down there every day with
Right?
with big things full of coffee, and
Mm-hmm.
for anyone that wants some, yeah, I would have became their new best friend. I'd have been down there with a broom in my hand, it's sweeping up and helping whatever way I could possibly volunteer to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been picking up trash outside. But one thing for sure, I'm going to be close to them cops, and I'm going to want to know everything and what they're doing. And
Mm-hmm.
just like when they were up there at this last search, she could have went and got cold bottled waters and took them, and pulled up and gave them to the searchers, and thanked them for all they're doing. She could have went and got you know um
Food,
food, a ton of food.
whatever to make
Exactly.
their lives a little bit more easier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I would have been doing everything I possibly could. If nothing else, I'd have been up there because I know people don't like you with COVID going on, handling their food or being around it or so forth and so on. And I'm that kind of person as well. But you know what she could have did is she could have took a bunch of gift cards up there, handed them out, and
Exactly.
so they could go get say, you know what, lunch is on me today. Lunch is on me today,
She could
and
get
just
Visa cards, MasterCards.
exactly.
There.
She could have did something to, or and put them in little cards, little thank you cards. How long does it take to print them off? You can actually make them on the computer and print them off, and place the gift card inside of them, and hand them out to each one of the workers with a little thank you for caring. God
Hmm.
bless you. You know.
But no, she's on the internet with her hair done, makeup on. Did you even see her eyebrows? She went down and had her eyebrows thinned out. I'm like,
Oh, she got the wax treatment, maybe.
yeah, she did.
I'm gonna tell you that hurts. That's too painful. That's too painful. You think using a pair of tweezers is bad? Whew. I tell you, I'd do tweezers any day over the hot wax treatment.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen
ever
people's
since I
eyes blistered up from it for
ever
real.
since I died or adopted my grandson, yep, those days went pew out the window. I have to, yeah, I make sure he goes to school in whatever the in style is, you know, smart as a whip, I swear. I am so proud of him. And then I look at Candace like, you are a sorry sight for sore eyes. I
Yeah,
just hope they're not letting Dawn sit in jail getting away with a lot of shit. Because I
right.
had heard he had about $1,000 sitting up in prison or jail on his books. I'm like, So what is he doing with all that money? Why doesn't he? Apparently, isn't Larson that the cop?
Right.
Uh, Working down at the jail? Why doesn't he give Ronnie, here, take some money off my books. Go look for my daughter.
Right.
No, he's living the comfortable life. I'm sorry, they have something to do with their daughter missing. She just did not go off that hill. Nobody went up there to kidnap her. Something happened. And I'm sticking to my story. Nobody could tell me different. So,
Um. Uh. Prayer garden. Why in the world are you telling people? The boys are talk. The boys are talking. Terry, we all know that. We've already got wind of it. Um. Are you kidding me? Um. Everybody knows that the boys told that Donald carried Summer out that morning to the vehicle. Everybody knows what the boys have been saying. It's no big secret. How come you act like this the first time you're hearing it when it's not? You're here in this chat, obviously, to cause trouble. And at least that's, what it's appearing to be to me. And, but you know what? I'm gonna just let you stay in the chat and keep on keeping on. That's what I'm gonna let you do. This is America. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Um, absolutely, you definitely are. But I'm gonna warn you now. You're not entitled to come over here and cause trouble. Having an opinion and just being a bitch is two different things. So please, stop being a bitch, or you will be kicked the hell up out of here. That's what I'm talking about.
is any of your mods in there? In the
Oh
chat?
yeah, yeah. I got some of my mods in here, I'm sure, and absolutely, I've got
Huh.
some mods in here tonight. And yes, I did I did see where Vest had supposedly been on. I knew Vest was hanging over at All Things on the Farm. And as I said here, I don't care where everybody goes. You are always welcome back over here. Absolutely. And I don't feel that I have ever done anything to Vest or Jenna. Um, you know, but they do come up on the panel and they do fight with the chat. And if they're upset that I have took up for Vest many, many, many times. Many times. And also I think I've put a few people out over Jenna. But, I'm not going to I'm I'm not if they come up on panel and they're fighting with my family, which is like White Window Baby and Ronald Wilson and my every night family that's here, then no. I'm not going to get in the middle of that at all. I'm not. Um, yeah, I don't know what started it. And it ain't my job to be taking care of it. When you come over here, put on your big girl panties or on big boy underwear, your shit kickers, and get ready for whatever comes. Like I said, this is America over here. The land of the free, the home of the brave. Everybody has a right to, their freedom of speech. I believe in bearing arms. I believe in all my rights. A lot of people died so I could have these rights, and I plan on damn keeping them. And, I think it's kind of wrong to ask me to get in the middle of things. You know, I mean, if you're going to argue with the chat or the chat's arguing with you, PG ain't getting in the middle of that. Handle your own argument. Obviously, it ain't my argument. My feet can't be swift to run to trouble. handle your own stuff. And if they feel better about not being here or coming up on the panel, then hey, perfectly um that's perfectly fine with me as well. But no, I am not going to turn off my chat or turn on my chat or anything else here. We're a family, and nobody's going to come over here, come up on panel, and expect me to be rude or mean or disrupted um, to the people here. It's not going to happen. Absolutely not. Um, I can let you know that right now. We are family. Hey, Chinny, how
Hey,
you doing,
honey.
girl?
I'm
How
good.
you doing?
I just got done working.
Oh,
So
I'm glad you made it home safe again. Another night.
yeah,
God
I've had
bless
a
you.
headache all day long. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I
I hope you ain't got COVID, girl.
I can't kick it.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to somebody today that said they had it, and headache was one of the like I guess that's and body aches is one of the major issues on
I
that.
just had a COVID test about a month ago because I had the flu and I was
Right,
down for about 4 days.
right, right. Um,
So I was negative on it. My daughter had it the 1st of January though.
it could be too because like everything's starting to come alive, and
Hmm.
sometimes when everything starts coming alive, you can start to get those the allergies and stuff that'll give you kind of a headache,
Well, yeah,
watery
see, it's
eyes.
usually really cold here in the 30s where I'm
Right.
at, and today it was in the 70s, so I think it's messing with my
Whoa.
sinuses. Yeah.
Amen. There you
Yeah,
go. That's what
it
I'm
was
talking
70
about.
degrees today. It was
Whoa.
nice.
Somebody praying for some good weather, huh?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
almost as good as the weather that I had when I was in Florida.
Yeah, I
It was
am
85
definitely
when I was down
definitely
there.
not turning on my chat. That's I'm not doing it. Um, I'm not turning on my family. And if people expect me to do something like that, then I just assume they not come in here and be part of this.
Now keep that
Um,
TV down because I'm online.
absolutely not. Um, and all I can say about Vest is, if he, I don't think I ever did anything to him, any way, form, or how. I've always treated him with the utmost respect. I've always been kind to him. Um, you know, I don't know what to say.
Hi, Brown Bear. How are you?
How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey there, PG.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me up. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, your chat is being so disrespectful to you, the person running the channel. Like, I can't even watch chat because there's so much rumor mill gossip mongering going on. If you ladies mostly really care about PG, you'll quit disrupting her stream and play along. They're totally lying on Vestige. I'm not even a fan, but I watched that stream. He didn't speak out about you at all.
Um, what did you hear him say?
Who,
I
me?
couldn't hear
Wild
him.
Fox? Boot me off? Wild
No, they're
Fox?
not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I
what
didn't
did
hear
you?
him say anything really out of the way about you at all. People in chat kept trying to bait him and get him to, but he didn't go there. Not that I saw.
Um, what did my chat hear you? What did the chat hear him say? Um,
Hi, Chris.
was I heard
Hi,
he was
Annie.
I heard he was speaking out against me.
They lying to you, PG. You can go watch the stream later. She's not going to adjust it. You'll see it for what it is. And then pay attention to who's telling you the truth and who's messing with you.
Well, I did hear that, Jenna said she ain't coming up on my live no more because, I didn't take up for her against my chat, which no, I'm not going to do that. I shouldn't have to. It wasn't, I don't
That's
think it's
not
right
Beth,
trying to
though.
put me in between, me and my family. That's wrong.
That's
Um,
Jenna.
and Ink says, I heard him talking shit tonight. I have it too.
You can watch the stream for yourself. I just, maybe I missed something.
What's going on, Jenna?
Yeah, we're fixing to get this straight right here, Prayer Garden, with your chat. Prayer Garden, from day one, I've always backed you on my channel.
Okay. This is unacceptable. She's not going to come up here and put down my chat. My chat is my family. I don't go to her channel fighting with her chat or being rude to her chat, and I don't expect someone to come over here and be rude with mine. I'm sorry, Jenna, but this ain't going to happen, man. I've been good to you. I don't know why you're starting this up or trying. I'd rather you stay on your channel.
Hey, PG. So the same thing was going on the farm stream. It was just different people disrupting the chat, doing the same type of thing, distracting from the panel, distracting from the conversation, stirring up shit, ruining the stream. And
Yeah,
if they
well,
really care about you, they would knock it off. And
my chat does care about me, and my chat is not liars. And my chat, I'm sure if my chat tells me they heard Best talking crap about me, he probably was. I really don't know who you are, and I'm very sorry, but it sounds like you're against my chat as well, and I can't handle that. You're just going to have to go as well. There you go. That ain't happening.
Man, what is people's problems?
I don't know. Every time Best and Jenna, they do want to fight with my chat constantly. I'm a little upset because they got me to D-Wrench Little Ziggy. They was on her so bad and so bad and so bad. And she was a girl and a young woman. And I did get to speak with her, and she did not want to take the wrench back, and she changed her name to be able to come back in here. And they put that poor girl into tears. They really did.
That's horrible. That's unacceptable.
And I wouldn't take her wrench. I told her I wasn't taking her wrench, but she gave it up because they hurt her so bad by attacking her constantly. And they did it to Ronald Wilson as well.
That's
and they attack Annie Egg quite a bit. And it's not that I haven't took note to it, because I have. I just, I'm a peacemaker, and I've tried to keep all peace. And now I don't have to anymore, right?
Yeah.
I no longer have to. They stay on their channels, and we'll stay over here on ours. There you go.
Yep.
That's just how it is. And
we don't need the drama.
No, I don't. God bless them. I can honestly say I have done nothing to none of these people, and I don't know why they're wanting to, cause me any problems, because that isn't who I am, and it ain't how I am, and it isn't what I have ever done to any of them. As I said,
Vestiges hasn't ever done anything to me, but I just think he's a little odd.
He's
a little oddball.
I thought me and Bess were cool. I thought we were, tight. We were friends.
I just thought he was odd.
Absolutely. I actually like Vest, and matter of fact, I took my time to talk with him. He had completely quit gaming when I started talking with him, and and he started back with his gaming. He's doing really good, and I thought we were pretty we're good friends and everything, but obviously I
I
was
thought
wrong.
so too. I thought
You
so
know,
too.
absolutely. I mean, I guess I was wrong. What can I say? And you know what the Bible says? What's in the dark will come out in the light. And,
That's right.
when God puts people in PG's life, I thank him. But, when he removes people out of my life, I thank him as well. I mean, that's sometimes, um, people, like they say, there's people supposed to be in your life. They're just supposed to walk through, not come back that way again. And there's other
Mhm.
people that are come in and spend a little time and they're gone, like the wind. And there's other people that's there to stay forever. And and that's God's plan, not PG's plan. And I mean, I would love for everybody to love each other and be as you know I like for people to you know treat me the way I treat them,
Yeah,
because and care
I
about me
agree.
the way I cared about them, because I
You're
am
so good to everyone. You really are. You give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
I am always your friend until you
You
give me
try.
probable cause not to be. Until someone gives me probable
Yeah.
cause not to be, then and I'll tell you, if I got your back, I got your back. Trust and believe that. I mean, yeah, if I like somebody, I'm hanging out with somebody, anything goes down, you can believe we're going to go down together, or we're going to walk away together, one way or another.
Yeah.
I'm not running. I'm going to stick there right beside them, 100%, thick or
Well,
thin,
see, when
hell or
they
high
start doing
water.
this stuff, this drama and all that, they're taking the focus off of Summer. And I just,
I
you know what I'm
They want
saying?
to run your chat off. That's what they want. They want to cause problems with your chat and run your chat off. And I'm not going to have that at all. I
Yeah.
mean, I know the tactic. I'm not dumb to, PG is not, no, I'm no stranger to the rain. And that's for damn sure. And I
Mhm.
just put up with a lot of shit. I really do.
Yeah,
Because, I like
you do.
people. I like people. I like to
Mhm.
give people every opportunity to, be a good person. And I guess some people can't. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only do so much for people, and it's up to them how
It's their
they're
own
going
hate,
to.
it's their own hate, their own envy, their own, lacking of liking oneself that, causes them to be the type of humans that they are. And I can't help that. PG can't help,
Mhm.
I can't help other people, what I'm saying is every human's got to carve that ugliness out of oneself. I can't carve no ugliness out of people. They got to carve it out of themselves. They know they got it. Lose it.
Mhm.
Go lose it. Don't hang on to that shit.
That's right. I agree with you 100%.
I don't know Ink, and Ink has
We're
been
all
in
family
here.
here.
Ink has been in here off and on. I do not know Ink, and that's the truth. Um I
Oh,
don't
Donald and Sissy Wells is back.
yeah, there they are.
I was like, what happened to her? She's gone forever. Where's Wisconsin Mama at tonight?
Probably asleep.
Yeah, she
She's
probably has
probably
to work tomorrow.
Yeah, she probably or just wants to rest tomorrow for sure. It's
Yeah.
Sunday. Absolutely. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But you know, I just down on the farms had a whole crap load of shit, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to put them first tonight. I'm going to put them last. because that's what they are on my list, very last on my list, and therefore, right now, what I'm going to acknowledge is summer and some of the odd things that are going on, um, you know, in this case, and um, what's really important. What's really important is for us to, you know, research and explore and really open our ears and listen and watch for every sign we can to help us understand what happened on June the 15th after
Yeah.
3:15 p.m. to this beautiful little blue-eyed, blonde-headed baby girl. And
Summer moon. Yep.
exactly. And what can we do? What can we do um, to help bring her home and get justice for her? And that's my main goal. Summer
I
is the
will be
top.
at peace when that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
I
Amen.
think we
And
all will be in peace when that happens.
yes, absolutely.
It's
And
just a matter of time. I say maybe a couple months they'll be locked up. I mean,
absolutely.
Candus will be going to jail.
Um.
Because I can tell Ronnie Lawson don't like her.
Oh, he don't like Donald either. He
Mm-mm.
don't like either one of them.
He seemed
Um.
really, really mad when on that last interview he did. He seemed like he was very aggravated. Did you notice that when he was
Did,
talking about them having lawyers?
oh yeah, he was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. He had a look of fury on his face, didn't he?
Oh, he
I
did.
mean, he's like, I am done. I am fed up with your all's asses. Like,
Mhm.
so fed up with you. And because it makes everybody sick. It makes humans sick to see these parents acting the way they're acting with a missing child, and that they should be doing so much more. They should be doing so much more to help find and bring. I mean, look how much everyone else is um, doing to bring Summer home. I mean,
Oh yeah, people
so
that
many
don't even
people.
know her love her so
Uh,
much.
I
You
mean,
know?
they have been boots on the ground down there,
Yep.
protesters down there trying to get information and bring her. These protesters were at the police department more and the little time they were down there than Candace and Donald Wells has been there the whole time Summer's been missing.
Mhm.
I mean, what does that tell us?
Yeah.
Every time, every
And
time
like, what I
they
think happened is I think that when Candace had hurt Summer, I think that she called Dawn right away, and
right,
Dawn borrowed somebody else's vehicle and came home and left the other one with the starlight or whatever it is
right.
at the work site, so they would think that he was there all day.
Possibility that could have happened. A very good
That's what I'm
possibility.
thinking, that he
Or
could have borrowed
or
somebody's
Jody
vehicle and they're just not speaking up about it.
or Jody Sue could have had Summer. She may have not have been. She may not have been. In my opinion, she could have not have been deceased at the time. Jody Sue
Yeah.
said she died on a Saturday. So a Saturday after she was came up missing, it's a possibility that she was in the custody. Maybe Jody Sue. That's why they wouldn't let the police, law enforcement search their land or anything. They could
Yeah.
have had her in their custody because she was hurt real bad, and she just on that Saturday didn't make it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what went down there. There's something definitely went down.
Well, I definitely
And
think that Dawn had to cover it up for Candace.
oh yeah, absolutely. And I think there could be some other people that may have been,
Involved
been
in it
covered
too.
up, involved in the cover up as well. But
Yeah.
I think that, I think the main predator here in this particular case, in my opinion, is Candus. That's what I truly believe, because Donald kept saying, I'm protecting you, I'm protecting you, I'm protecting you. I
Yeah,
have 7
I've heard him
eyes,
saying
you
that
have
before.
none.
I've heard him say
Absolutely.
that before.
And Candus don't like to talk. She, like last night, she's doing a Q&A. They start to
Mhm.
ask her questions about the case. I ain't talk about the case. Bam, she gets off there.
Oh, I know.
That's
I
it.
watched it when I was out working. I was listening to what she was saying, and that other lady
Right.
that was on there talking for her.
You know, so that
She's
right
so
there.
cold-hearted. She's so cold-hearted. All she thinks about is herself.
Absolutely. I'm not into this drama stuff, and I'm not about to get into any type of drama stuff with all of this. My chat does not deserve anyone coming over here trying to beat them down or cause problems with them. We are family. And this is our channel. Like I said from the beginning, this isn't PG's channel. This is our channel. And we
we're
are
all
one
family.
over here. We are one. You come over here and mess with one of us, you're messing with all of us. And that's just how it is. If you can't come over here and be part of us, then you don't need to come here at all. That's bottom line.
I wish they would find Rose. Like, I honestly wish they would find her, because I believe that she was murdered.
And White Window Baby, I back you, hon. I back you. Absolutely. We back one another here. We're family, and that's what family does. And we're not going to put up with people coming in trying to divide us up, because you know what? That ain't what we're about. We are all for summer. This over here is about summer, not the drama, not the bullshit, and all the other crap that, people want to try to bring over here. We don't go
A lot of
nowhere else
people are
trying to
Benny
cause
tools.
problems. And I don't expect people to be coming over here trying to cause us any.
Well, Benny's sending a lot of people over here to start problems too. I've noticed that lately.
Oh, yeah. And, that's what some other creators do that. I haven't ever asked anyone in my chat to ever go and do anything evil to anyone, because you know what? I don't lead people down the wrong road. I lead you down the right road. And the right road is to not be swift to run to no trouble. We don't want it. We don't need it. We got a good family, a God-fearing family. We pray for Summer every night. And I'm not going to mix that ugliness, that kind of ugliness up with our prayers. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's not the way, if I can't lead you down the right path, then I will not lead you at all. I want all of my people to be above the rest of those people that's causing problems. I want our family to be above that. We are above that. We don't need to go causing other people anything, because we got God watching over us. We got God watching over us. We don't need to cause no problems. God will handle those people on his own. And,
Oh, yeah. Whatever you
absolutely.
reap, you will sow.
Absolutely. That's how I feel. So,
And like I said, everything's going to catch up with Candus about Summer. And Dawn, too.
right.
And I don't think Dawn's getting out in 6 months. Candus was saying the other day he gets out in 6 months, and that she has to take him to rehab, drop him off for 30 to 60 days. Like, what the hell is she talking about? She was telling Jimbo, one of Ernie's friends.
Yeah. I seen her on
On his channel,
yeah, and she was on.
She said Don's getting out in 6 months, and I don't believe he is.
Yeah, he does. He gets. Well, I don't. If they in my opinion, if they go up there and arrest him, no, he won't get out. And I'm thinking they might be trying to get everything done before he does get out.
Oh yeah,
I
think so too.
They'll
I
just
agree
keep
with
him
that.
there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But what I wanted to show everybody tonight is she let me knock this down. She had that. This was her original picture. And as you see, this is for my family and for the love of my family. Well, she just recently changed her picture to this. Her alone. That's her alone. There you go. It's all about
Why?
her now.
Why does she do that stuff?
As you see, Candus, her name of her video is Candus, and Candus won. Yeah, it's coming down all about her. And you know, I don't know what to tell anybody about that, but that's where it's at. Slowly but surely pushing, it's all about her.
Yeah.
And here's the video. She happened to parts of it. It ain't all of her video, but it's parts of it. It was just about hers and Donald's vacation.
To
I
California.
I think that's out in California.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And I don't even know what the hell this is. I have no idea.
What a
What the
random
hell
thing.
Somebody told me it could be a piece off of a gun. I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't know why they would have it and take a picture of it. It must have some significance to them. It don't have any to me, but it must have some kind of significance to Donald and Candus, because they did take a picture of it. I guess this is maybe the hotel where they happen to be staying during the. And this is some of the, this is some of the travel that they done, and I guess on their way, or I would suspect this is definitely. I thought maybe it was a video from where she went with her mother to pick up the bus, but I don't think so. This looks more like some of the pictures that Donald and the oldest son took when they went to Utah as well.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I think these are some of the pictures that Candus took when they went from California, and then when they got into Utah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is that she was doing. It's just some of the pics that she had put together.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking to see this. This is the video where, yes, she's got the children going through the fire.
In the fire, yeah. That's weird.
That is that's quite strange.
She just throws stuff out there randomly that's just very odd. You just wonder, why did you do that, Candus? Like, don't make sense.
Yeah. Crazy, ain't it? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, you have to be in Candus's mind to understand this kind of stuff, as I said before. Candus,
PJ Chase Levitz asked for your email.
Huh?
Chase Levitz asked for your email. Angel said she posted the picture when the fires were happening in Tennessee too.
Could one of my mods put out the email, please? I would appreciate that. Yeah, that was something that she put those kids, but I'm sure she just thought it was just fun at the time doing it. I do believe I do believe that, in my opinion, um, whatever happened to Summer, I do not think that it was purposely done. I mean, I think what I'm saying is, in my opinion, it was an accident. That's what I think. I think that Candace just went off the handle like she does on Donald and the boys, and she seriously hurt that little girl.
Yeah, she's got a
Point
bad
that,
temper. She's got a
right,
bad temper.
to the point that, in my opinion, that I think she hurt her, and she just either passed away right there, or, as I said, possibly, as Jody Sue said, a few days later on a Saturday. I don't know. I do not know. But whatever it was, they felt they had to cover it up, and that's a terrible thing. Absolutely terrible. Thank you, Krista45. God bless you. Yeah, and I was going to show tonight. Here's Benny.
Can you call Candace and tell her how to make mods? I asked for Can you call Candace and tell her how to make mods?
He said, "Man, F that B." Hey, he said, "Fuck her fat ass and fuck Chris," is what he said. Said she's talking mad shit, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. So what, are they not talking
He said
anymore?
that he downloaded Dawn's phone. He said he's been accessing and recording through her cameras. That he asked for Dawn's fucking birth certificate. That's a breakdown of what's being said.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And then Candace is like, with all the lovingness there, and it's okay, Benny, if you call me a bitch. No, it's not okay, Benny. It's not okay.
Yeah.
But,
well, Candace, when
as
she was
you heard, he was not playing. He was pissed.
Yeah. Well, when Candace was on Jimbo's live, she said that Don hung up on her twice because she said she was talking about Benny or something. And he got pissed off about it and hung up. So he must have heard where somebody must have wrote him and told him about Benny calling him a dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say again?
Jimbo, when Candace was on Jimbo's live, and she said that Don had hung up on her twice because she said she was talking to Benny and all that, and he got mad about it and hung up. So somebody must be writing him in jail and telling her about Benny calling Don a dumbass.
She's a liar. And Donald hung up on her because his sister has been keeping him and other people informed about what's going on out here. And Donald has all insight of what, Candace talking about. She, loves him, but she's not in love with him, to get Benny's attention and wanting Benny to come up there, and anybody else, and even these other male creators that she's been flocking to and around. And oh, you just live 45 minutes from me.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Don's gotten good wind of how and what Candace is out there doing,
Oh, I
and
bet.
that's why he hung up on her.
Oh, I can imagine. He knows everything that's
And
going on.
right, he does. And she also said that he might not be coming back, and everything else. I mean, and he knows that she's the reason he's there. She had him
Yeah.
stay in his house, and that's what got him in trouble to begin with. And that's where this, and got him on probation. And then he
Mhm.
violated his probation when he went out and did what he just done. So,
Mhm.
it's all Candace that's got him where he's at.
Yeah, that's true.
And she tried to get him in there before he got in there by saying he choked her up and broke her thumb. She lied.
Mhm.
Her and
Yeah.
Grandis
She's a
lied to
big
get him
liar.
out.
That's all she ever does. Anything that comes out of her mouth
Absolutely.
is a lie.
I mean, she threw Donald under the bus. So you know what? That tells me right there that whatever happened on June the 15th this summer, it wasn't Donald that did it. Because Candace would have threw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Her and Grandis, they would have done had him in jail.
Oh,
He
yeah.
really is protecting her. He really
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
And I wish he would just speak up and tell the truth.
I think he will eventually.
He needs to stop.
Going through detox and everything in there, he's probably got mood swings and he's angry and he's got a lot of different emotions going on, and I think he's gonna spill the beans. But I mean, if he spills the beans, it's gonna be at one of the corrections officers, because since he's in there by himself and he's not with any other jailmates,
Right.
or he might
Absolutely.
just tell one of them like, "Hey, I want to talk. I need to talk," and he's gonna spill everything.
Yes, that's what she said, just like she wrote that she was, she loved him, but she wasn't in love with him any longer.
Yeah, she said that on camera.
No, there's no Laura Lee and Candace, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Benny definitely, man, he dropped that F-bomb and the FF bomb and all kinds of bombs on her. And he was just mainly, man, he was angry. He's angry that she got her on YouTube, and and now
He's not making as much money
right,
off of it.
she can go on it and she don't need him. She don't, and he knows that,
Yep.
yeah, exactly. She don't need him anymore. Like her.
BK
Yeah,
ain't gonna get no
there's a lot
reward
going
money.
on in the YouTube world, that's for sure.
BK ain't gonna get no reward money.
Penny's going to be rocking Grandis's trailer when he gets up there on Ben Hill Road. he better not rock it too much because it's right there by the cliff.
Yeah.
They're going to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
That is
that's
funny
right.
stuff.
Don't mess her knee up, Benny.
Don't give me ideals. I'll have a trailer rolling down a hill.
Yeah, Grandis had a knee replacement done. She can't handle
Yeah,
that.
they be doing it on the bus. Wheels on the bus go round and round.
Where the hell did the bus come from?
That'd be some funny stuff.
Where did the bus come from? Why does she have a bus?
She was going to turn it into one of them small houses,
Oh,
and now it's just a storage house.
yeah.
That's what it ended up getting turned into. And I want to tell you, down there, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Chris.
Yeah.
No gang
No
gang.
gang gang.
Candace is taking it all.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the truth, Chris. Yeah, they are hoarders. Absolutely. I agree with that. 100%. They are hoarders. Like Chris was like, "What is all that? Do you guys scrap metal or something?" And she's like, "No, we just get it and leave it there." I'm like, "Wow." He was like, "Okay." What the hell? They're going to build their own bomb shelter.
That's crazy.
Oh, keeping secrets, I do too. I love those tiny houses. They are really super cute. They
Mhm.
really, and some of them, like outside, look, you can run around it, but when you step inside, some of them's got a lot of room. I was amazed.
Mhm.
I mean, some of them actually have a kitchen.
I've
Um,
never seen them before.
you ain't never seen them? Oh,
Mm-mm.
girl, you got to go on YouTube and check out the tiny houses. Um, they are amazing. They're amazing.
Hmm.
Some are a lot. You know,
Hey, PG, you should come stay with me. I got a 3-bedroom here. Bring your kids too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
got enough room for you.
I'm gonna have to come hang out.
Come visit.
Yeah, we go
You need
out.
a vacation.
I do. God knows I do. I
You're
absolutely
welcome to
do.
my house anytime.
Girl, we go to the movies, out to eat,
Yeah, I
run
love
around
going
the
out to eat.
town, go shopping.
We got
Heck
a lot of
yeah.
we've got a lot of good restaurants here.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love to eat. I can do that.
Italian, Indian food, Asian food, all kinds of different food.
Chinese.
Chinese, I love Chinese.
Oh, I do too. I do too. Boy, I tell you what, I could eat my weight in
Egg
those
roll.
egg rolls too. Absolutely. I love
I
egg
like the
rolls.
broccoli with the beef in it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I do. I like the I like that mandu, and
Mhm.
I like the teriyaki chicken wings.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh,
really
they are
good.
the bomb. They are the
Yeah,
bomb. I could eat my weight in those.
I
Absolutely.
like Buffalo Wild Wings. Their garlic parmesan wings. They're
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. All of their wings are amazing.
Uh-huh.
They are they're just, yeah, I love barbecue wings. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. I gotta watch what I eat because my stomach is so sensitive. Like I can't have anything spicy or anything like that. It, I can't even hardly eat fast food like
You
McDonald's, Burger King,
right.
anything like that because it makes me sick to my stomach, literally.
You have to
The
pretty much
grease.
eat everything plain, like
Yeah,
broccoli, mashed potatoes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anything deep fried, I'm done for.
right,
Like my
right.
stomach just can't handle it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of good foods that are like baked chicken.
Mm-hmm.
You could do baked chicken. You could do mashed
Yeah, baked chicken's
potatoes,
good.
gravy.
Mhm.
Especially poor man's gravy. Homemade.
Yeah. I can't
Um,
even drink milk. I can't even drink milk. So
oh
yeah,
really?
my stomach, I get sick to my stomach and
Wow.
feel nauseated after I drink it. And so
Whoever
yeah.
wanted to drink milk anyway?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, give me a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Oh, I love my coffee.
Give me a cup of
I'm with
coffee,
you on
Mom.
that.
If,
They have good coffee here at Denny's. You ever go to Denny's before? You ever been to
um,
one?
no, I ain't
They
never
have the
been there
best
before.
coffee.
I've
They
heard
have
of
the
them, but I
best
ain't never been
coffee.
to one. Um, uh, Me and my husband, used to travel. We went to quite a few states and stuff.
Hmm.
When he was with me, and he loved to go to different restaurants. To be honest with you, he went to so
Oh
many, I
yeah.
can't even remember all the names of the restaurants. I
Oh
was
yeah.
more, I was always more eat at home. I
Uh-huh.
like to cook. I like to
Mhm.
eat at home. And because when you eat at home, fast food's okay, but
Mhm.
when you cook at home, you get the taste that you want. You get to put how much salt you want in it, how much, spices and I mean,
Mhm.
I think it's just the way you like it, and you're
Yeah.
used to it. So, um, I was more, you know, a lot of times we go somewhere and I pack a jar of peanut butter, crackers, some bread. he he be eating fast food and I'm eating a peanut butter sandwich. I'm like, oh, no
Oh, I
thank.
love a peanut butter toast with peanut butter on it.
Oh
I
yeah,
love that, and I love I got ham that I got at the store, and I with put some mustard on that, and like
oh my
I
god,
mostly eat at home. I try not to eat out too much because,
right?
like I said, certain foods mess with me. Even spaghetti, like I get heartburn like you wouldn't believe
Oh
after
yeah,
spaghetti.
sauce.
I love
It's the
spaghetti.
right. It's all the sauce and the spices that get to you,
Yeah.
and especially onion. You probably can't eat onions then.
I mean, onions don't really bother me. No, it's just like
Really?
spicy stuff like chicken that has spice in it, or stuff like that. Pasta that's spicy. That messes with me.
Right.
They thought I had celiac disease, but they told me to try everything gluten free, and I did, and I still had all the problems that I had. So
Wow.
it wasn't celiac. So
Right.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never tried almond milk before. Someone asked me in the chat if I had. I've never tried it before.
And your speaker's messing up a little bit.
Mine is.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll go out and come back. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah. That's way better.
Yeah. See, my phone acts up once in a while because I went kayaking, whatever it's called, and with my sister and stuff, and I my got caught in a tree and flipped the canoe, and my phone got completely submerged with water. So once in a while, it acts up.
I show you some food that you guys won't like. The dried up old grapes.
Baloney breath. I definitely don't miss her. She's something else.
They was over there running off tonight. I heard they made a full live out of PG.
They're obsessed with you, I swear.
Hey man, they sure are. There they go. There's old Death Breath Robin. Oh, old cow fart Lazy Daisy and baloney breath Pam.
That's funny. Yeah, where is Axel anyways? I spoke to him the other night and he didn't even say hi back to me.
That's what I'm talking about.
PG, I wonder where Axel is.
He's probably out on his boat eating chicken. I bet you 10 to 1 that's where he's at. I would make a meme of him, but I'm afraid he'd be mad. He'd get too mad. I put him out on a boat eating chicken.
He's a cutie.
That's in all cute is all in the eyes of the beholder,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
To me, I beauty like that's only skin deep,
Yeah.
It's like skin deep. I'm plumb crazy. You need to open camera. Let me see you. I'll bring you on panel.
Southern Accent said, my daughter is the same way. We have been to many doctors for
Device
answers.
not connected. They're having issues.
She stays in pain after she eats. I know what you mean, Southern Accent. I have terrible problems with my stomach, and it's horrible. Like, I gotta watch whatever I eat or drink or anything.
Right.
Angel
Yeah,
said
Grandis
Grandis
did.
forgot she was wearing a brace that Candus had to adjust. Yeah, she forgot to say that.
Yeah, she forgot. She didn't only forget to say it, but she forgot to wear it when they were up there doing the interview. She's sitting in the doorway, brace free, and that interview was done about a week and a half to 2 weeks after Summer came up missing, and she had no knee brace on. And I know when you need a knee brace, you get that sucker on there. It's got to stay on there for at least around 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Definitely for about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They tell you to wear it so that the inflammation, the swelling, and everything can go down, and it actually gives your knee support for you not to, because if you put your weight on that knee, it's going to cause the knee to re-swell. So they want the knee brace on there to help, to help you not put so much pressure upon the knee when you walk.
Miss Chronic in the back chat said, unblock me, please, PG. I think Vestiges blocked me way back. Who's Miss Chronic? Help me, having trouble again. Plum crazy.
Yeah, Plum crazy, your device keeps saying not connected. Every time you come up, your device is saying device not connected. I think that's because you're not accepting when you're coming into the studio. You got to go out, and when you come in, you got to hit accept. If you don't hit accept, it'll do this to you.
Do you know Ms. Chronic? She said she was just a sub.
No, I don't. I don't.
She said somebody blocked her or something like that to unblock her. I've never seen her in here before.
If you could see her, then she's not blocked.
Yeah.
But I will check into it. I would definitely check in, and if you are blocked, I will unblock you. I don't remember Miss Chronic either. He must have really blocked her way back.
It's spelled Mizz and then space Chronic, Kronik. I've never seen her before. Quit snoring.
I haven't either. And Best didn't ever have a wrench. He couldn't block her because he hasn't ever had a wrench. I did not ever give Best a wrench.
So who is Robin? Benny has a post up about Robin today.
She's the one. She's the one that came in over here that was always talking about her daughter. I was on all the time.
Yeah.
Talking about her daughter. And actually the chat took a vote to put her out. They didn't want her up here. So that's why she got put out, which, I didn't like her. I can't lie. I didn't care for her at all. But in the damn least, to be honest. But it's another one of those that I was tolerating, trying to be nice.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm the same way. I try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes it's too much.
Robin Lane. I don't know. I don't know. If her parents are still with her or not. Yeah, Robin did. She talked over everybody. Yes, she did.
These guys want any trouble selling.
And she was not about Summer at all. She was 100% 100% about, you know, taking the focus off Summer and putting it all upon her and her family and
Mhm.
to
I
go.
noticed that.
And Pam, you know, that woman Liza Malaminute, she sat right here upon our panel and said, block the chat, block the chat. And was screaming, block the chat. She wanted the chat blocked. Get them out of here. I mean, and yeah, it was easy for her to sit up on it. She sit up on panel showed up every night with her Pepsi and bologna sandwiches or whatever, and constantly screaming, hey PG, you got any more videos for everybody to watch? Hey PG, what do you got? What do you got? You know, she don't realize how much time it took and how much research it took to put all of that stuff together every night that I was putting together. All she did was pop up to sit her big ass there and you know, like she's at the fucking drive-in theater to watch everything go down. And you know, that ain't the way it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't the way it happens there. And here I am, you know, trying to address my chat, stop for a little bit to address my chat or talk about, you know, somebody's questions or something else. And
Well, Pam was always going to sleep too on camera. You remember that? She would like nod in and back up like that. You remember PG?
I seriously do believe I just saw somebody get put to bed.
Huh?
On live, laugh, and love. Okay. That was a little disturbing. I don't know what to say.
What happened?
I seen somebody get put to bed, I think. I'm not sure. It was a man in his boxers, I believe, or in his undies, and
oh my God,
running to get in the bed, and I don't know. And he was covering up. It was really strange.
You never know what you're gonna see on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't need to see that. Okay. Wow. I would have pulled it up, but I was afraid I'd get shut down for that one. That was really, really different. That was strange.
Can you get me some more tea, honey? I've been running all night. All you've been doing is sitting.
I like to have me a honey to go get me some coffee. Throw a shot.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot for me. He does
what I just saw. Maybe just bring me the bottle. Yeah, I was distraught. Whoa. Yeah. I don't even remember where I was. Somewhere with Fat Pam sitting up there watching the videos, you know, like bring them on, turn off all the chat so she could sit there, you know. I needed to keep PG's mind on Summer. What the fuck, bitch? I think I'm the one that was, went through everything to start this YouTube up over here.
Mhm.
To talk
you,
about
babe.
summer.
Appreciate it.
I actually had to go live to talk about
Love
summer,
you.
to get what I wanted out about summer, to create a channel for summer. And you're going to sit there and talk about how you needed to keep me on the topic. Are you mentally ill? Is something seriously wrong with you?
Must be.
I'm crazy. I'm going to bring you up on panel, sweetheart.
Must be.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good.
I'm crazy. I'm going to bring you up on panel, sweetheart.
You there?
Yeah, you didn't close out of YouTube.
Okay, am I now?
Yeah, that was me you was looking at.
I think.
Did you hear my husband? The one with the blanket? Listen.
That was me you was looking at. You wasn't gonna get banned.
I think I would have used in your boxers.
I have 2 questions.
I gotta say one thing. You're quick at getting in bed, hon.
Baby, she said, hold on. Here, listen to her.
He boosted across that floor, didn't he?
What now?
I said you boo-scooted across that floor to get in that bed.
I was trying to cover up some messing
Yeah,
with
I
me.
seen it. She had the whole camera on nothing but you.
That's
All
true
right.
though, Mama. Lynette. Pam needs a date with a hairbrush. She hasn't brushed her hair in quite a while.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. Pam definitely.
Stop laughing.
Pam definitely did not do anything but act like she was at the drive-in movie, watching it roll. And
She'd sit there and fall asleep, doze off.
yeah.
Hell
Stop
no,
ahead.
it ain't Ernie. What is Karen Cox? You need to stop.
What is it about Ernie?
Karen Cox said, "Is that Ernie?" Hell no.
Oh no. It wasn't Ernie. It wasn't Ernie.
No.
That was not Ernie.
Where has Ernie
All right.
been anyways?
My first question, Prayer Garden, is look it up. Is that Shannon and Candus's live, or is that Trudy, the PI? I said it was Shannon, but then in other lives,
No, it ain't Trudy.
it ain't Trudy.
No, that was not Trudy. Absolutely not. I've talked to her many times, and no, that was not her. And also she's an older woman, and she would not have had no. I don't believe that was her. The woman's child anyway. But
Well,
Shannon
has a daughter.
But Trudy's a lot nicer. She's more soft. She's a nicer person. She's more soft spoken, more kinder than that. That lady had an attitude, a real attitude. It definitely wasn't.
Shannon.
It probably, I ain't for sure who Shannon is, but maybe possibility.
Shannon's the one that was in the pictures with BK, cracking cases, Cam,
right,
Grandma, and
right,
and
okay, at the church.
No, they were up there on the land after Molly and them left. That picture that they're taking of all of them out there in the yard.
Oh yeah, okay, yes. I am. I remember.
She's
absolutely.
on BK's live and Penny's live all the time, and I have clipped and listened to it 500 million times today. And
I'm gonna tell you, it kind of sounds.
It sounds like Shannon to me.
It probably is, because it sounds kind of like Squatted to me. I
But
mean, the
Squat
same.
Tent don't have a daughter that young.
Exactly. And I don't think that was whoever that was talking. I don't believe they have a daughter either. I don't believe that was their child. I don't know whose child that was. I think it could have been Dal Terry's grandchild. That's what it looked like to me. Was
But
Dal Terry?
that wasn't Dow Terry talking.
Oh no, but I think that was her child in that hotel room. Her grandchild, not her child, but her grandchild.
Okay, let me ask the hubby the other question. Hold on.
Shannon is BK's girl. Oh, I wouldn't want to be BK's girl. Ugh, he's gross. He's disgusting. He is not attractive at all. Did you hear me, PG?
That's what I think. Common Sense 101 as well. Huh?
Oh, Tennessee Moon said Shannon is BK's girl. I said, ooh, I wouldn't want to be with him. He's ugly.
Plum Crazy's on panel, and Jenny and Plum Crazy's on panel with me.
Okay, my other question was, did you see the um well, I don't want to mention names, but did you see on another channel? Yeah, Shannon S. It's shady too. Yep. That's who I think it's that's who I think it is. Shannon S. She has a daughter. But anyways, did you see on another channel where CC was talking about where Tim Mullins slash Jimmy wanted them to kick Chase slash Brad off and the billboard that he actually wanted to put up and nobody would agree to it?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Okay.
I heard something about that. And
That's pretty whack.
yeah, you would think they would have been for the billboards, but they were blocking them in every aspect that they could. Actually, that Tim Mullins is not for the billboards. He's not for. He's really not about
Tim
summer.
Tim Mullins is the one that wanted to put Don and Summer up on the billboard, but everybody disagreed. And Tim Mullins got mad because they only wanted it to be Summer and TBI's number. Well, Tim Mullins wanted it to be Dawn and Summer, and then the
From my
websites.
understandings, Tim Don told me personally that he didn't want no damn billboards. Him and Candus did not want billboards, and that Tim Mullins agrees with them as well. Their advisor is what they call him. Agreed with them. So they wasn't out for any billboard whatsoever.
Well, did you see the screen print of the billboard that Tim Mullins wanted?
The one with Donald holding Summer.
No, it's Donald's face on one end and then Summer's face on the other end. and in the middle it said "Find my daughter, Summer Wells."
That don't make no sense.
Okay, go to. Can I say the name?
Yeah.
Unknown Thanks, and look, because CC is talking about it, because J for Justice is up there wanting to know, questioning CC of why is he always taking up for the Wells? And CC said, we're not always taking up for the Wells. We're always taking up for innocent until proven guilty. And then that's when the billboard came about. And if your mods or whatever go back and look on it, hold on, I'll tell you when. I'll tell you which live it was. Give me 1 second. I'm on mute while I look. Y'all go ahead and talk.
All right.
Hi, Tennessee Truth. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's Jenny and Plum Crazy.
Right, Angel? How much more proof do they need as investigators?
Um,
PG Chase Levitt said, check
they
your email for a photo I sent you with a question about Summer.
okay, I will do. And I seen Sistina's asked me about the Cash App. Hold on, and I'll check.
Did anybody see that live on Dubs?
What live is that?
Where J for Justice, I think it was like 4 or 5 days ago, J for Justice and Cam and Allie come up.
No, I didn't see that one.
Alright, I'm gonna pause again until I find it.
Hey, PG.
Yeah, I was checking the email. Yes,
Oh,
I did
sorry.
get the email. And I will be checking further into that. Definitely. And thank you for sending that. I will investigate and see about it. And also, yes, Sistina. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. I hope so. Anyway. Yes, I appreciate the Cash App. It absolutely did work. Thank you. God bless you for the support. I really appreciate it, and God knows I could use it. Absolutely could use it. So thank you very much.
Hey, PG.
Yes.
Everlaw said at Prayer Garden of America, this supposed 90,000 Candus claims to have. What is your thought? Where would it have come from?
Oh, I know where it came from. It came from donations. Candus and Donald was getting a. He got $500 in his on his books. He went to jail. Got $500 on his books within seconds.
Oh, wow.
And his book stays full constantly, constantly people are like, trust me, those you cannot put nothing on his books because they're constantly full. And at the same time, Candus got 500 from the same person that donated the 5 to Donald's, the first 500 to his books. And then I know that there was people donating 300s and
Prayer
they were
Garden,
others.
are you
Anyway, it was a lot of money on top of a lot of gift cards, on top of a lot of gifts. So, yeah,
A lot of
and
Walmart cards too.
absolutely. And they needed one dumpster up there wasn't enough to hold all the gifts they were getting. They had to put another one out front to catch everything. Um, I'm sorry, what'd you say, sweetheart?
all right on unknown things investigation? If you go to Summer Wells' case behind the church, really, where's Summer and who took or hurt? Question mark.
Right,
If you go to timestamp
We can still hear the TV.
2.32 and watch it, you may have to go back just a little bit,
right.
but I see it posted right there. It's got Dot on one side, Summer on the other. It says,
Okay, and it's
find Summer Wells.
2.32.
Yes.
Okay, I will go check that out as well.
Sorry about that, Molly Roberts.
All right.
So, what do you guys think? Candace did today? She wasn't on any of her lives.
She probably got into the R&R last night and drank the whole bottle.
I was thinking she got into it after work, or after not work, but church today. She don't work.
Do
But
you think she
after
went
church,
to church today?
oh, I think so.
Oh.
They got their sights set on another little girl up there, and I heard her telling Benny that the little girl looks and acts just like Summer, and she's
Mhm.
making close friends with the little girl. And Benny said he's going to fly out there and wants to go to church and check the little girl out. What the hell's that about?
That's creepy.
That's creepy. Yes, absolutely. That's very creepy. Yeah, R&R in her wish list. Yeah, I'm sure she did. Somebody probably went up there and dropped a whole case off at the front door.
I think Benny's already there, to be honest with you. I mean, he ain't been live or nothing. Nobody else's platform. I think he's already there with
I heard that
Shannon.
I heard that on Benny's live with her. That was right on Benny's live with her. He told her that on his live.
It's okay, Molly.
That's what I'm saying. I think that he's there now because he said he was either going to go before his birthday or either after his birthday in March.
Yeah, well, Benny
Has
needs to
Candace been
explain.
on any? Has Candace been on any lives tonight? Anywhere earlier?
Nope.
That's weird.
Benny needs to explain, why he said that he had never been there before. And then there's clearly a video where he said he had just got back. He needed a vacation, but he just barely got back from vacation in Tennessee. Actually, I believe it was Knoxville, Tennessee.
And
So
Shannon S. hadn't been live either. That's why I think it's her in that video with Candus live.
he said he was going up there on the 15th. But I don't know if he's going
He
now or
said,
not. Because he's pretty pissed off at Candace for starting up her own live.
PGD Holla says, hey, at PG, another YouTuber posted Candace's Amazon wish list and said it's gone, implying it was all purchased or taken down. What are your thoughts?
Oh shit!
They
Please
must have
don't.
got the toilet paper bought.
Please don't ask me about. Yeah, that's what keeps me laughing. I keep laughing every time I think about it. And I did. Personally, I did personally go to check to make sure that was truth because I couldn't believe it.
Mm.
But I seen it with, and that was some expensive ass toilet paper, wasn't it? I was like, whoa. I mean, she only got 12 rolls for like 20 some dollars. That that's crazy. Um, you know,
Yes, you are
simply ask at the
absolutely
grocery
right.
store. Go to the grocery store. You get a lot more toilet paper than that for the and good stuff for 20 some dollars.
Hey, sweet
One
Norway's here.
120, you're right. She did say that it was okay for him to call her that in the chat. Yes,
Yeah,
she
she
sure
did.
did.
She did. She said it's okay. That was gross.
But
I
Benny
mean,
also said he would go before his birthday or after. Well, that
right.
would be now. And they're all quiet, him and Shannon. And they were all up in the pictures.
I don't know. I have.
Janica's here. Sweet Norway.
Oh, my sweet Norway. God bless
Come up
her.
on panel.
Oh, she said, Summer, we love you. Absolutely. I definitely love my sweet Norway. God bless her.
I like her accent.
I do too. I adore her. She reminds me so much of my mother. I love her. I
Her
do.
garden, did
I
you?
wanna see her Pomeranian pup that she has. Because I used to have 2 Pomeranians. I loved them, but they tore up a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, and they are little yappers.
Oh yeah.
I
But
think I
Barty.
have a delay.
I know you don't have a delay, sweetheart. I hear you.
Her garden, did you see that on Doug's channel yet? Watch
I
it. It will blow your mind.
I'm going to watch it after my live tonight. Um, I'm going to go and watch that, and I'm going to also. Somebody sent me something in chat, so I'm going to go investigate that as well. Oh, I lost her. God bless, I lost her. My goodness. I tell you, I lose people up here.
Sweet Norway, please come up on panel. We want to see you. How are you feeling?
Oh, she said, I love you, PG. I love you too. I so love you. When she feels good, she comes up on panel. I don't know if I hope she's feeling good. I pray for her. I pray for her all the time. I wish God would heal her. I want her to be well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I
She's such a
definitely so
sweet
want her
lady.
to be well. She's a beautiful person. A beautiful,
I could
beautiful
listen
human
to her
being.
talk all day long. With her
They're
accent.
talking about they're talking about no thanks. Vic, she said Doug who please. They're talking about no thanks. That's what he goes under.
Thank you, Janica. You're sweet too, honey.
Is that you, sweetie? I lost her again. Yeah, she said you're so sweet. Everybody in my chat loves her. They love her to
Yeah,
death.
she's so sweet. She's awesome.
Absolutely. She had COVID. She's dealing with COVID right now.
Yeah.
So
When my daughter had it, she had a headache real bad. She had a fever of 102,
yeah, that's what Sweet Norway had. She's been
and
having
she
a
couldn't
fever,
keep anything down.
right?
Thank you, beautiful sunflower.
Oh, that's so
Sweet.
sweet. God bless. Oh, let it be. Praying for sweet Norway. Thank you. Thank you all for sending prayers for her. God bless you guys.
Yep, we're definitely praying for sweet Norway.
Mm-hmm. I know I do. I know I definitely do. Um, what is Molly saying?
I love Molly too. She's a sweetheart. Molly Roberts.
She said just so you can block Benny. That would be so funny. that is that is funny. Lion. Yes, she is. She is a sweetheart. Absolutely, Krista 45. She is. God bless her.
I wish sweet Norway could come to the States. United States.
I wish she could too. I wish she could. I
I'd love to see
worry.
her.
I worry with everything going on over there right now. You know, I so worry. I worry about her anyway, but you know,
With that stuff in Ukraine going on.
right? Absolutely.
Well, our gas prices just went to $3.79 a gallon. And they was $3.28. They jumped up a little bit.
Oh damn. Well, that's probably because
Of the war.
no, because we wanted that pipeline coming down from from Canada, and it
Oh,
got stopped. If we would have had that, if we would have, you know, Trump was putting it through, and gas prices were going way down. I mean, I couldn't
yeah,
believe how low, and the
it,
groceries were a lot cheaper, and everything was getting good. And then Joe took over, and God help us all. I mean, not to be rude, but it's the truth.
yeah, I know. It takes $40 to fill my car up.
Yeah, ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and I got like a 4-cylinder.
And and all these places talk about, oh, this gives you fuel points. Man, how long does it take to get a fuel point on there? I mean, I can remember when, they first started giving those fuel point things. It didn't seem like you spent any money or all, and you got, up to $1 off of each gallon. And now it's like, you can empty out your whole wallet, and they ain't giving you no discount. I mean, what the hell happened to that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as much money as I spend, um, feeding my kids and everything, I should get free gas, and that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I should get freaking 50 gallons free.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go up to $5 a gallon. Well, it's almost there. It's almost there anyway. I mean, if you want the good shit, you're paying $5 a gallon anyhow already.
Yeah,
So
that's right. Diesel here is like $4.29 a gallon. It's cheaper than regular gas.
right. And this war that they've got, going on, one has to sit back and wonder about. Um, you know, you've been a bad boy. We're going to sanction you now. What the hell is that?
Hmm.
But I tell you what was funny was all of Putin's tanks sitting out on the road ran out of gas. That was some funny shit right there. I was cracking up.
I almost ran out of gas earlier. I had to stop in the middle of an order to get gas before I took the order to the house. I was like, I've got like my light was on and it said I had 12 miles to go.
Right.
I was like, I'm not gonna trust it. I better not.
Uh-huh.
So I
I
stopped
don't
and got
blame you, girl.
gas.
Ain't nothing worse than running out of gas. I seen this lady today all stalled up on her motorcycle. It was quite funny. I mean, she was holding up traffic. She couldn't get the damn thing to start.
Oh damn.
I'm so stupid. I'm sitting in my vehicle laughing my ass off, and my kids laughing, and everybody else is all upset and mad. Like, what is wrong with this lady? She's freaking crazy. What am I supposed to do? I can't, I don't know how to start a motorcycle. But I sure thought it was funny as hell that she was stalled like that. It was one of the things you had to see to appreciate how funny it was.
Mhm.
It was one of those motorcycles that had a big old front wheel and two giant back wheels, and
Wow.
and she was pretty huge too. And she was propped up on that thing. Oh,
That would have been
shit.
funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Truth Hurts says I have a little 50 scooter. It gets 100 miles to a gallon of gas. Oh wow.
Eating in California, anything in California is a luxury. Anything in California. I mean, if you want to go broke, go to California.
Well, that's where my
Absolutely.
daughter's dad lives, is in California.
Ooh, I'm going to tell you something.
He's got his own business there and everything. He's all set up.
Wow, cool. Because I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you something.
He's got a beautiful house and
You could take $1 million down there and still not be set up. You get some little tiny, like a closet for a house. That's what you get
P-
down there.
PG Janica, Sweet Norway needs a link.
Oh, absolutely. There you go, Sweet Norway.
Truth Hurts, I do DoorDash about 4 days a week. I usually make pretty good money, like $200 a day.
I'm sending her a lot of links. I'm putting out the links. Yeah, sweetie, I'm sending them. They're under Prayer Garden of America.
Ink said my daughter is in California as well. I miss her so much. I bet you do. I couldn't imagine my daughter living like so far away from me like that.
Did you get my link that I've been sending out? Sweet Norway. I'm putting a lot of them in the chat.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make me a ham sandwich.
Okay. Sweet Norway. I'm putting tons of links in the chat. The link is under Prayer Garden of America. She said no, she don't see the links. I'm putting a ton of them in chat for you, sweetie. Oh, there you are. Okay, sweetie, I'm bringing you up.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi, lovely. How are you
Oh,
doing?
there's your puppy. Hold on, let me
Yeah,
get
I
you
want
down.
to show Jenny. He was sleeping and I was waking him up because I want to show him to Jenny.
Oh, she went to make a ham sandwich. She'll be right
Yeah,
back. Oh, he is
yeah.
beautiful.
It's
Yes.
good to have when you are sick,
Oh, yeah.
but it's a big
Absolutely.
problem now because I can't even walk him to go to toilet because I
Oh,
have so high fever.
oh,
Oh, so after I get MS, I was thinking you have two choice, either let down to die or to get a dog.
yeah.
I have never had dog before. Hi, Jenny.
Hi,
There's
how
her
are you?
puppy. There's her puppy.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, but he's 3 years old now. Thank God
Oh,
he's not destroying anything anymore.
mine
He's
was a
been
tan one, and I got her and the other one when they were 6 months old, and they
okay.
chewed um wire up on my sectional. I had
Uh,
power recliners. They chewed every wire, so none of them worked.
Oh, it is
uh,
beautiful.
But
I
they're
just,
so adorable.
yeah, they
Oh
are.
my
yeah,
goodness, I love them.
it's so furry.
Yeah,
It's a
Is
fur
it a
baby.
girl or a boy?
it's a boy.
Oh, I had girls.
Yeah, he's 3 years old, but he's very,
Oh,
very nice. He don't destroy nothing. He's very nice, but you have to work with them.
mine
It's
was
a
a
lot of
barker, like barked at
yeah, but he
everything.
barked too.
Oh,
Oh
what
my
is his
God.
name? What is his
Huh?
name? Sweet
His
Norway.
name is Ossie after Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh,
Oh,
his name is
Ossie.
Ozzy.
mine was
Ossie.
Sadie.
Siggy. Yeah.
Sadie. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love it.
Yeah. But it's if I did know what I have to go to, I don't know. Now I can never leave him. I have to have him to I die. To he die
Yeah.
because I am so angry. So many people get dogs and they just for their children and when they are tired, they give it away. If you get a dog, it's alive. You
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
keep it. And I
Yeah.
get MS and I cannot all and now it's a big problem to walk him. But even
Mhm.
if I have to crawl, I will never let him go. But it's hard. So
Mhm.
Right.
now when I have a fever too, I cannot come out, but I have to go out. So
Oh.
because people take advantage because they are so loyal to us.
Mhm.
Right.
So I don't trust in people, but I trust in him. He's always loyal.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
yeah.
And
got up to my Sadie got up to my Pomeranian. She got up to 11 pounds.
oh, I don't know. He's a big Pomeranian. He's too
Mhm.
big to. But in Norway, they cost in dollar fem ganger sju, $5,000. 5,000.
I paid $1,000 for mine with papers.
Yeah, with papers and everything, it's 5,000
Yeah.
in Norway.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
5 ganger 7, 35, yeah, 5. But now, because of the corona, before it was 3,000. But
Mhm.
COVID, so many people are, inside and they want a dog. So
Yeah.
it was
Had you had
expensive.
him for 3 years?
Yeah, two
Oh,
years. 2
2
years.
years.
But he is
Oh,
2 years, yeah.
he
It
is the
is.
cutest little thing.
It is. It is the cutest little thing, ain't it?
He is. He reminds me so much of mine.
Yeah.
Mine was a tan color, like a tan with brown and black and gray in it. Mhm.
It is definitely. Oh, that is a beautiful puppy.
Do
Yeah.
you, Pegam, do your children have any animal?
No, no.
No, I was the same when I was single mother. I said no, it's too much with the
It
children.
It is. It absolutely, positively is.
They do it, but at the end, we have to take the chores.
And our children are so much, they're so much smarter than we want to believe
Yeah.
they are. Because I did let them have goldfish once, and you know how goldfish ends up floating on top of the water,
Yeah.
and you run to the pet store and bring one back, and stick it in the tank, hoping they don't notice.
Exactly.
And
I've done the same.
I'm
and
gonna turn my camera off while I eat. I don't want to
and,
be rude.
and they notice.
Yeah, they
I'll be right
notice
back.
everything.
Hey, they do. They do.
Yeah,
So,
they do.
it's like, where's my fish?
Oh, and they cry and they cry. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
That don't look like my fish.
yeah. How
So,
are you doing, Prayer Garden?
oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You and your
Hanging
woman
in there.
are so beautiful. I
Oh,
just have
thank
to
you.
say hello to you because you're so beautiful person. I have never seen anything like it.
That's what I think about
Yeah,
you. I think
you're
you're
so
such a
beautiful.
beautiful human. You're
And
just,
that's why the people around you are beautiful because um, you attract people like your same, like yourself.
yeah. Sometimes
Yeah,
I attract a whole lot that are,
yeah, I know.
it ain't like, it
I
ain't
know.
like, I've
It's
been getting a
funny.
few of them.
Oh my God, yes. That's
Yeah.
because you're so direct. I think you're one of the kind either you love or you hate because many people don't like direct talk. It's
Right.
much better to be direct than to go and lie.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love
Um,
direct. I don't like lies.
no, I hate
I
liars.
hate lies.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Me
Absolutely.
too. I hate it.
I like truth. I like people that,
Yeah, it's almost
because,
worse than thief for me.
right.
Yeah,
And, you know, God is all truth. He,
yeah,
100% truth. Matter of fact, the Bible's the only book ever written that's 100% truth from beginning
yeah,
to end. It's truth.
yeah,
No other, and it's the best-selling book in the world is the Bible. So,
yeah.
that tells us a lot right there. And you know, God Almighty, he don't like liars as well. He ain't gonna put up with no liars. There ain't gonna be no liars in heaven. That's for sure.
No, that's
So
true.
it's very important to always tell the truth, and I hate it because sometimes I feel like I get put on the spot in little ways, like
Yeah,
somebody's new top. How do you like my new shoes or my new top? And
yeah.
oh, I hate it when somebody
I
does that
know.
to you.
Because if you can't, if you don't like it, you don't want to say it.
No, you
No.
don't. And you know, but people that's close to me, really close to me and everything,
Yeah,
they know if I don't
they know.
answer,
Yeah,
it's because I don't want to lie. I just won't answer. So,
it's true.
I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but if they pressure me,
Yeah.
then I got to be, you know, bluntly
Yes.
honest.
Yeah.
And I don't like your fucking boots. I don't. I'm sorry. Why you make me
I
upset?
am also, as you understand, as you get to know me better, I am also uh, want to be nice and want to be good. But I don't like trouble, then I will tell you. Because I
Absolutely.
hate people who are phony and
Hmm.
fake. For example, me, I know now I have water in my body because of my kidneys, so I am big. I am big finish. There's nothing to do with that. And when people is coming, Yannicka, oh, you look so skinny. Oh my God. How fake can you be? How fake can you be? I say
When
there's nothing wrong with my mirror.
when did
I have
Exactly.
you get when did you get diagnosed with MS?
Almost 5 years ago, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Absolutely.
sister thinks she has that. She's supposed to be getting the test done for it.
Yeah. With me,
Oh,
it was just I start walking. I can feel the earth, so I'm walking like a drunk people, to be honest. That's why I have anxiety because I don't drink. And when I go outside, I am scared of what people think. And after that, I get paralyzed in my bladder. I cannot go to toilet. It's like hell. Oh my God. It was the worst thing that could happen to a woman downstairs. So I am paralyzed, in the toilet area. So
Oh, that's
yeah.
horrible. Sorry to hear that.
No, but everybody has something, and at that time I just got my daughter at a community for special need children. She is
Hmm.
diagnosed with the name is brain damage, but she don't have syndrome. She just from the birth. And I was thinking, okay, now I'm free. I get her when I was 14. I am free now. And it was only a couple of months. And I
Oh,
get that
wow.
diagnosis.
good night, keeping secrets. Good
That's
night.
I
crazy.
also
God
see
bless.
you have some issue, Jenny.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I just
Yep.
had one night, you going morning, you drinking water. And of
Yeah.
course, I cannot ask if you. I am sorry if I ask too much.
No, you're fine, honey. Ask
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
They found 2 spots on my lungs, and they're
Yeah.
6 centimeters big.
Yeah.
I've been having to get a CT scan every 6 months to check to see if they're growing, if it's spreading.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's not cancer.
Yeah.
That would be
Sometimes
horrible.
I just have to say I'm so sorry and I wish you all the best, Jenny.
Mhm.
You're so sweet. You're so
I've been,
beautiful.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been smoking for like 26 years, so, and I'm trying to quit, but
I have been
it's not as
smoking since I
it's
was
not as
14.
easy as everybody thinks it is. You know what I'm saying?
No. I am smoking. The doctor say in hospital I need to smoke because my lung, MS,
Hmm.
everything going. I
Yeah,
say I don't have man. I don't drink alcohol.
I don't
What the
drink
hell?
alcohol
You
either.
want
Like
to take my cigarette? No. I will
last
smoke.
time I drank was like 3 years ago. I don't
Mm-mm.
drink very often.
No, but I don't have man either. So I
Hmm.
need to have something one.
Yeah. Yep. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. But you know why sometimes I laugh? Prayer Garden is so beautiful. She is here to fight for summer,
Hmm.
but she's a big psychologue. Every day people are sick. They have
Yeah.
some kind of issue.
Oh, I
And
know.
she's always listening and always saying, I am fine. And
Thank you,
that's
Vic.
why sometimes I ask, how are you, Prayer Garden?
Mhm.
She is like Mother Teresa for us all.
I know. I love Prayer Garden. I look
Yeah,
forward to
she's
seeing her
very
every
nice.
night.
Yeah,
She's
I
like
she's very
family to
nice.
me. I don't got much family left. My mom's gone. My dad's gone. I
It's
got my daughter
crazy.
that's 19 and my sister that's 44. Rather
Yeah,
than that, I don't really have much family.
I don't have family too. Nobody. I have a
Mhm.
sister, but I don't have contact with her.
Well,
Yeah, well,
y'all got some family now.
me and my
Yeah,
sister aren't on speaking terms right now either. So we get into it every now and then. It's usually once a year she starts her
yeah,
crap and I just
it's
say, all right,
difficult.
I just let it go and I don't
Yeah,
I can't deal with the drama. And
no,
she's
it's
Yeah.
true.
That's what I was thinking today, that when we all get to the promised land,
Yeah,
when this is over, this life
yeah,
is done. And I'm not talking about, done for just that one person or
Mhm.
whatever. I'm talking about when the Lord comes and it's done. Like, there's going to be a new heavens and a new earth, and all the people's going to be congregated together there, and and everybody's going to be congregated, um and bonded with nothing but pure love, kindness, caring. I mean, all the things, all the good things, and all the bad things are going to be passed away. I mean, all the evilness, the ugliness,
Yeah.
the shame, and all of these things are going to be gone.
Yes.
And
Sometimes I feel like we're living in hell right now.
Yeah, me too.
well, I'm going to tell you, we're not. Absolutely not. I mean, trust and believe you are absolutely not living in hell.
In hell, it is a kind of hell because
It can feel like hell.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
I
that's
see
what I'm
now
saying. It
from
feels like hell
Norway,
because of all the crime and
people from
Right.
Norway start to go to Poland to get their family because of the war in Ukraine here. And sometimes I'm thinking, why God? But it's not God, it's people. But it's so, what Prayer Gardens say, everything will be beautiful.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
difficult to understand that.
And,
Sometimes I think, is it true?
oh, it is.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I am so scared of just when you die, you
No.
finish. Like,
No. Absolutely not. You're not ever finished. Um, you,
oh, I
you,
have something to tell you. I am shocked. I am in shock, Prayer Garden.
really?
I am really, yeah, I am nosy.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah. You know a woman, her name, she say all things on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
She was in the beginning, she always was with you. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
we talking, she was so nice with you and she was talking so good at you. Last night, I was looking I tried to find some of the video of Candus.
Thank you, Shell.
And you know the Q&A or what
Oh, yeah.
Candus.
Yeah.
And guess who have something to say? I was in shock.
All things down the farm.
Uh-huh. And you know what you have to say? I have never seen you how beautiful you was today. And I was shocked. And I was thinking, what is going on? She said she was Christian. She was sitting here and talking so bad.
Mm-hmm.
What
Absolutely.
is happening?
I don't know for sure, but I heard she signed a contract up there on Ben Hill Road.
But she was more than you. She was so
against the family.
against. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And now, yeah, that table turned. And now
Oh,
she's
total.
all bennied up with the innocent till proven guilty, talk good, and she has her nerve to, you know, prayer gardens making fun of the parents. Well, prayer garden ain't for the parents. Prayer garden ain't for the parents or Jody Sue
No.
or any of the rest of that trash
We're all
that
about
wants to feel
Summer.
like they're a victim.
Yeah.
I am for Summer. I'm for the real victim.
Exactly, Prayer
I
Garden.
am for the little
Summer.
blonde-headed, blue-eyed baby girl that belonged to Candace Wells. That Candace Wells don't want to even say her name. Summer Moon Utah Wells. She don't want to say her
Yes.
name. She don't want to talk about it. She didn't want to put up flyers for her. How am I supposed to feel about these parents? When we love
No.
someone's child more than it seems like they love that child, then I got a
Yeah.
damn problem with those people. Absolutely. I
But
do.
now I have to say something. Many people angry you or me because we like we dislike Candace. I am
Oh, I
dislike
do.
her.
I mean,
But
Candace knows where me and her stand, how I think and feel.
many people say maybe she's not guilty. Okay,
Yeah, right.
let's say she's not guilty.
Yeah.
Even if she's not guilty, she is not a good person. She is evil. Why?
She
She
still was a
lost
piece of shit parent, wasn't she?
7 children. She lost.
Mm-hmm.
The kids have scabies and lice. She shaved her child's head
Yeah. And I
Thank you,
started to
Marie.
think, I'm
and
telling you,
everything. So we have all the reason to be angry.
and
It's
that's
not
another
only
thing.
about, it's
And
about
that's
everything.
and that shaved head. That is another thing that I have been investigating and going through
Yeah.
and finding things about. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to bring it to the table if I don't get a chance. There's a lot going on right now, so if I don't get a chance tomorrow night, I will be bringing it to the table very soon. Um, and and you guys can be the judge of what you think about it, but I've got my thoughts, and I will share my thoughts as well. But I like to know everyone else's thoughts on this little finding that I have found recently, and
Okay.
I just want to get everybody else's intake on it. Hopefully, we could do that tomorrow night for sure. It's pretty interesting, if you ask me. But yeah,
Vic
absolutely.
said she is such a poor excuse for a mother. Exactly. I don't
Yes.
know why she ever had any children.
And I
No.
don't know why that they wasn't put away just for the
No.
neglect and the abuse and everything that these children were put through over the last 13 years,
Yeah, I don't
Um,
understand that. If that was one of us that did that, we'd be sitting in the slammer right away.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have, and our kids would have been took long before that. They would have
Oh
been took
yeah,
like ASAP. And,
definitely.
you know, absolutely.
And
You're right. We
they
would not
want
have
to
gotten
sell
away with that shit.
summer. Oh my God. And they give the children alcohol. There is no end to the craziness.
And
She is
you,
such an evil woman.
and when Allie called Child Protective Services, they told about, Don Batham with Summer and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
They told us that I'm sure they told CPS for sure. And they didn't go up there and do a healthcare check where they go and they pick the children up and take them to have them looked over to make sure nothing nothing weird was going on. They sit and speak with them. Something ain't right about CPS in Tennessee. That's all I got to say. Something ain't right
No,
about them.
no, something ain't right. And I just pray to God now that we can find it out. But there is many people who think maybe don't start to talk. But because he's under a lot of pressure in isolation, but I don't know because I am just so scared they will never find her. And there is so many parents like
She
Owen and Austin.
she didn't say Summer has 6 or 7 kids. She said Candus has 6 or 7 kids
Yeah,
and she's lost them all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why do people picnic at like this small thing? Of course, Summer don't have. She's a child herself.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Um
Sorry to hear that, Southern Magnolia, and thank you very much for the prayers.
So, yeah. No, it's very sad. All these people who are killing these children, I don't understand it.
I
And
don't
Oren and Orson also.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
the West
terrible.
Boys. That
Yeah,
is horrible. Little Cash, he had a twin brother. And, that woman should have called Child Protective Services the minute that the dad ran off. Those were not her children. She knew they were not her children. She had no right keeping them children. She
yeah,
should have informed authorities that the real dad, the biological father, has ran off and left these children and let them make the decision if she could keep them or not. Actually, I think that she should have gotten in trouble for what she did because I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to keep someone else's children if they run off.
Yeah, I would. That they wouldn't allow that around here either.
Absolutely not.
It doesn't make sense how they've gotten away with so much.
Right. And that woman was pulling in riffraff around those 2 children until one of those riffraffs, ended up coming in there and doing what it did to little Cash, and then it came back to take the other twin as well, and thank God was scared off, or the other twin would not be with us today as well. And, and what else did those children endure before, it seems like one child has to pay the price to save the rest, and that's not the way our society is supposed to work.
Exactly. Shell D said Candace doesn't want to talk about her child who's missing. That says it all. She wants to move on, and she actually thinks she's someone at this point. Yeah, she thinks she's a YouTube celebrity.
Yes, she does. Absolutely,
Yeah.
she does. And I'm sorry to say, she's not. Absolutely not.
And everybody's going to find out that the people that are supporting them, that they wasted all their money, on sending it to Candace when they find out that she's guilty. Done, they'll be sorry that they ever helped them.
Absolutely. Summer Moon Utah Wells. God bless her. God bless her. And that's why we're all here. And
Summer Moon Utah Wells. Yep. We need justice for her.
We are going to find her, and we are going to get justice for her. I know
we won't
that.
give up.
I know. Well, we have a powerful God above, and I know prayers are just so many prayers are going up in the name of his son Jesus Christ, and I know he is definitely going to answer us for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He is already answering us, and and I so thank him. Yeah, Benny's about to be up there. Yeah.
But gang jiggly, yeah.
That
But
gang bang shit.
What I mean is the children office, what the name?
Child Protective
The
Service.
Child Protective Service. They now need to be held accountable, just like everybody else. There is too much children who is dying. They need to be held accountable.
Yeah,
exactly. I agree.
They need to, because if they be held accountable, maybe they start be a little bit more careful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the CPS really failed Summer.
They're failing. They're not just failing Summer.
They're failing
so
many children in this world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this country once held women and children in high regard. Women and children were always protected, kept safe. Nobody put up with humans that abuse women or children. But now it seems like, they are on the very lowest level. Women, children, and older adults are no respect for them whatsoever anymore. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all as well. This has just became a very evil world. And
and that's why I said earlier that it feels like hell because of all the crime and killing and murdering and wars going on.
Right. It can feel like hell. Absolutely, it can. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a cakewalk compared to the real hell. The real hell, the hell that where, people think that you're getting away with something on this earth, but in all honesty, you're not. Like for instance, evil people that do evil things. I understand. Now, I don't know. But I do know people that are very religious that have claimed to die, and they ended up in the wrong place. And
wow.
absolutely, and they said they hear people screaming saying, "Go back, go back, go back. You don't
Oh,
want to be here, go back." But they also said that, they see um people that, like people that um like to do evil things on this earth. The evil things that they like to do, I heard, and I don't know, because I ain't been to hell and really don't want to go, there particularly myself, and PG feels like she's been walking through hell at times too, but
Hmm.
it's a cakewalk to be in this hell where they say that, the demons um pull these evil people out and do the evil things that they were doing to the people on earth. Meaning, like, if you thought it was funny to stab people and this and that, then they stab you up, but you can't die. They just could keep inflicting the pain upon you and the misery upon you that you inflicted upon others while you were here on this earth. So you think you got away with something, you didn't. When you get there, you will endure that misery for eternity on what you've done to others. Because
Yep.
that's what them demons do. Yeah, and
Well,
and
Benny's definitely a demon.
if you let if you allow even the Bible tells you that you house evil spirits when you're evil. They house you. Well, when you go to die, them evil spirits flee you. They ain't going to hell with you. They flee you, and you go to hell, not them. But they'll be there. They'll be there to torture you for the rest of your life, and do to you what you allowed them, while they were inside of you, to do to other people. You thought it was funny. Well,
I
you won't
believe
think it's
in.
funny anymore because you won't have them in you. You'll have them outside of you, destroying you the way you
I
allowed.
believe. I don't know if it's right, but I have in many years believed that that the punishment for not doing good is to die, only sleep, because that is a big punishment. You can never live again. And I
Hmm.
believe a new earth, because the Bible say it will be a new earth, a new and clean earth, and
Yeah.
never will the earth be touched upon. Um, I believe everything will be new and nice, but I also believe, because I think God is too good to let us people live forever in pain. God is too good. He must be.
Yeah.
If you go to hell, if you go to hell, you're
Yeah.
going to burn in hell for eternity, and you're going to be tortured down there for eternity. Once the doors are shut, you will be no more. You
Hmm.
will be no more in the minds of the people that made it to heaven. We won't ever think of you again. And I do believe that you will be tortured for eternity, due to the fact
You do
that
believe that?
you tortured other people. I do believe that.
I
Absolutely.
just I just don't understand these
Because
parents killing their kids. I just don't.
the Bible plainly states, it plainly states that you're that the people that go to hell, there's smoke and torment shall go up forever. The smoke and torment shall go up forever. That means that they shall forever endure hell. So if you think that hell is like you're going to just go down there and burn up and no, you're not. You're going to be there. I mean, it's not going to be like this life where at some point it's over, you know, where you could go get a drink of water. You're going to wish you had a just a drop of water when you get to hell, um, if you end up there. So, that's why it is very, very, very important to, if you ain't got the
But then you
Listen,
have to be evil at the earth. I don't
yeah,
think it's like normal evil. You have to be really evil because God is good.
Yeah, God is beautiful, but you know what? He gives us 10 commandments. He says, bind them
Yeah.
between your fingers and make sure that you wear them around your neck. And
Yeah.
you're supposed to have those 10 commandments, in your on your mind. You're supposed to have them in your hands. And when it says in your hands, it means that you are supposed to go from 1 to 10 and be able to say what those 10 commandments are.
Yeah.
You're supposed to know them. You got 20 family members and you know all their names, but you don't know on God's 10 commandments. I don't think I want to show up in heaven and say, oh, I don't know the 10 commandments, or I don't know the Lord's prayer by heart, or I don't know, um, you know, um, the, the Lord is my
Uh,
shepherd. I shall not want, you
yeah.
know,
Can I ask you a personal question, Braga?
yes,
Not personal, but your opinion personal. You know, many time I listen to Christian. Everybody can call themselves Christian, but and they say if they have done something, maybe rape, maybe abuse children, I say, and they say we just go and pray to God and He will forgive it. And then they do it again and we pray to God and He will forgive it.
absolutely.
This I am so angry at. I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in the confess to some priest and in a box, or the Hail Marys. I'm sorry, I don't believe in that at all.
No,
I
me
don't
too.
believe that you could do evil and then think you can go and get forgiven for it.
Exactly.
Because if you sin and know, then that's upon your head. You know, God forgives people. If you sin and you don't know, then it's different. But if you sin and you know, that was premeditated, and you think that you're going to be able to say a prayer to get rid of that or get that off your back, oh Lord, you ain't going to do it. Because that was premeditated, and the Bible plainly states that if you know and you do, you will not be forgiven. It absolutely
No.
says that you will not be forgiven. You do not go and sin knowingly, thinking that you can do these evil things and get forgiveness for it, because that is premeditated. Um, and
Yeah.
God ain't gonna hear you. Matter of fact, He turns His face away from you, and He turns you over to what they call a reprobate mind. He turns His face away from you, and He knows you no more. You are just hell bound, because you just wasn't the right kind of person. You didn't care enough. You didn't love enough. You wasn't kind enough. You thought you could do all these bad things, and then at some point, holler, Father, Father. No, no,
Exactly.
um, that was premeditated. You
Yes,
knew
I was
better.
glad to hear that.
Absolutely. And the
I was
Bible
glad to
plainly
hear
states
that.
if it's premeditated, no, you will not. You
No,
will not be able to get into the kingdom of heaven. You have got
no.
to walk with God every day, and you're supposed to do your best to do everything righteous. I
Yeah.
mean, God knows we're sitting here in the flesh. He knows people are going to make us upset or angry, and we're going to go off. And he- as good of a person as PG tries to be, even I can't confine myself sometimes. People get me angry, I lash out, but you know what? Um,
That's
it,
another thing. That's normal.
and God knows your heart. You didn't want to lash out at these people, but these people don't. You don't. Sometimes you don't have a choice but to hit somebody in the mouth. They won't
No,
leave you alone.
it's
You
true.
try to avoid them and avoid them and avoid them. And PG always turns the other cheek. I always turn the other cheek, so that you know what, when it's time to, when I'm done with them, I have God's okay to lash out. My Bible says to turn the other cheek, but then after that, it don't say what to do. And I take that as a green light and doing whatever needs to be done to get that
Yeah,
person off your ass. And I
yeah,
think Jesus will hold your coat while you're doing it, to be perfectly honest.
yeah,
But, that's how I personally live my life.
I live my life, I live my life right. I try to do good by everybody,
Yeah.
you know.
You can only try your best and to be your
Yep,
best. Yeah.
that's right.
And don't
Well,
be a bad.
some people get up in the morning. They get up in the morning and
Good night,
they don't
Sistina.
they don't think of God. They don't, a lot of people get up in the morning, they don't think it because they woke up, they're having a good day, everything else, and they just go on about. And then one day shows up and they go to get out of bed and oh my goodness, they're dizzy or something's wrong and all of a sudden they start praying. Well, you know what? How come you
Yeah,
didn't pray every morning when you got up? Why was it,
that's true.
why did something have to be wrong with you in order for you to pray? And
Yeah,
and I am even more so. It's like when other people are sick or whatever, how can you just walk past them, not even care, go on about your day and not feel no mercy for them? But you want everybody to feel mercy for you when you're in that predicament.
that's
That's double
true.
standards. It's not righteous. And do you really think that God has a place in heaven for selfish people like that? They can't feel for others, but they want everybody to feel for them. No, and they said some people say, well, nobody cares about me. Well, maybe they don't care because you wasn't worth caring for, you know.
No,
Um,
that's true.
and people take note of you. People actually take note. Like if they don't feel good, and you bring them soup or you do something for them, or you just call them on the phone to check on them. If you just show some kindness and some caring towards that person while they're nursing them or helping them in some way to get better, um, I'm going to be honest with you. They remember that, and when it
Yeah,
and you know what, and when you get sick, somebody's going to be there for you because God's going to put them there for you. He knows all these people you've been there for, and He's always going
yeah,
to be looking over you to put good people in your life. Now,
Amen to that.
it may not be the person you helped, but it's going to be an angel come by that God sent to
yeah,
take care of you the way you did for others. Because, that's what God does. That's what He does. God and Jesus, they're always right on time. They're always right on time.
yes,
And but you have to be worthy of them to show up when
yeah,
you need them. You have to be worthy by getting up every day and thanking God that you're still here, by reading His Bible, by learning His Word, by knowing His 10 Commandments, and not just know them but live by them. It's no good to know something if you're not going to live by it. If you're not going to
no.
apply it to your life, then it's worthless.
You are very
Mhm.
good with the Bible, with the scripture.
Yeah.
Uh, you have read the Bible many times, I understand. You are very good with the scripture. I wish I was so good with the scripture.
It's not hard, and actually anyone that's got a computer, you don't have to open a Bible up. Um, you don't have to open a Bible up and read it from front to back anymore. Um, they have on the computer, they have a Gateway Bible. It's called Gateway Bible,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it actually has a audio Bible on there, the audio
yeah,
Bible, King
yeah,
James Version, audio Bible, and it will read the Bible from the beginning to the very end to you. All you have to do is click it on and listen. There is no excuse why no one don't know the Bible anymore. You can click it on while you're eating your breakfast. You can click it on in the car while you're driving. You can click it on, anytime. A
yeah,
little while before you go to bed, you could click it on anytime, and you can
yeah,
while you're taking a shower, you could click it on and be listening to it. Um, there's no reason people don't, should not know the Bible today because
no,
it's just too easy. Um, too easy. You got someone that will
yeah,
read it for you, will read it from cover to cover for you, and you can't even take your time to listen to it. That's
that's true.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to heaven, more so this generation than any other generation, because every other generation did have to open that book. They did have to read from cover to cover. They had to read it by candlelight. They had to read it by, a oil lamps. They had to read it during the day because they didn't have light at night, but they still read it. And you're going to tell God that you've got it on a computer, on a phone, access to it all over and every device you have, and it reads it to you, but you're not going to hear it. Okay. Um, I hope I'm not standing anywhere around that person when they
No, but that's
go
true.
to tell God that. Personally, I don't want to be
That's
there,
true.
because I'm going to tell you something. Whoa, lightning might strike, and I do not want to be in that area. That was what I'm saying. People think that, I know that a lot of people say they don't believe, and I know a lot of people say, um,
Oh, I believe
they
in God. He's done a lot of wonderful
different
things in my
religions
life.
and so forth and so on. But I'm going to tell you, there's only one God, one Jesus Christ, one Holy Spirit. There's only one church, and that is the church of, the church of God Almighty. That's the church of God Almighty. There's one church, and, and there's only one family, and that family is everybody who is, accepts Jesus Christ into their life and are saved through him in order to have eternal life. And if you are not saved through Jesus Christ to have eternal life, then you're not going to get one. That's what I got to say. That's what the Bible says. And there's only one church. And as I said, that's, I don't care. You can call yourself Baptist. You can call yourself Protestant. You can call yourself this. You can call yourself that. But if you did not get your eyes open, if you did not, find Jesus Christ and open your heart to him, and you didn't go down in the water and get your eyes open the way they're supposed to be open, and you are not walking on the righteous path in this life, I feel sorry for all those people, because that's who your real brothers and sisters are. And every church, I believe that every one, as I said, I don't care about these buildings that sit upon this earth that call themselves different names, because there's going to be people from the Baptist church that's going to be, they got it when they went down that water and came up, their eyes were open. And there's going to be a lot of people that, sometimes people go down a dry center and come up a wet one. And there's a lot of people that went to that Baptist church with you ain't going to make it. And a lot are. And a lot are going to make it from the Protestant. And a lot are going to make it from, it just depends if you got it or not. If your eyes were open or not. And if you walked the right path or you didn't. That's how you get to heaven.
Yep.
Getting to hell's easy. Hey, PG could get to hell real fast because, I got a temper. Absolutely. I mean,
Me too, girl. I have a bad temper.
Girl, I could be real mean if God let me. I could be super freaking mean if God would let me. But I ain't allowed to be mean like that. So,
I try not to be mean like that, but just sometimes people press my buttons.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And they will.
You can only take so much.
Yeah.
And before absolutely. You have to, say something. And
hell ain't nothing. It ain't hard to get to hell. You don't have to do nothing to go to hell. But you got to get up every day and be nice and kind and caring and smiling. And,
when I was a child, I went to church. I went to church camp, all that stuff every week.
Right. Absolutely.
Twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays.
I remember my first Bible that got put into my hands as a child. I went to one of those Bible during the summer Bible school classes things, and I remember the preacher calling me up to the altar to hand me my Bible in my little hands, a King James Bible, and I sure was proud of myself. I
I
sure
bet.
was, absolutely. And, it's like one of the best days of your life when that preacher puts a Bible in your hands,
Hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
child when he put that Bible in my hands. And to
Yeah.
this day, I still remember it. It
Yeah.
was a wonderful day.
Something you'll
Absolutely.
never forget.
No, I won't ever forget that.
Hmm.
Or, the Sunday school teacher,
Yeah.
coming over and saying, how pretty I was able to sing. Because,
Oh.
where I came from, I never got many compliments. I
Hmm.
was very much beat down. It was a horrible life. And so,
Yeah. You
those
need
few
it.
good people in your life, you think, you think that those few good people in your life don't mean nothing, but they do. You do not know, you do not know how much. Some people say, well, you know, it's important to be good to a person when they're a child so they remember it. No, it's important to be good to all people all the time
Yeah.
because they remember it. Even old people remember you being really kind to them, and they are so thankful for it. And
Yeah.
you could change
Yeah.
their lives as well as a child's life.
Yes.
So, age don't matter. Age
No.
don't matter, because kindness goes a long way all the way through life. Absolutely.
I
No
would
way.
just, before we
My,
stop, I would just thank you because before I met you, I always believe in God, but I have to admit the last years, couple of years, I believed in him, but I didn't go to him. I think I was a kind of maybe angry, I don't know. Or I didn't feel good enough. That's what it was. I
I
didn't
felt
feel
like
good
that
enough.
before,
Yeah,
Danica.
and after I meet Prayer Garden, I now start thinking I want to open my Bible again. It's laying on my with my bed every night, and I
Mm.
want to start doing just a little thing every day.
Absolutely.
I
So
feel some
thank you.
days like I'm not good enough.
Yeah, that's how I
Everybody,
feel.
everybody goes through it, and it's horrible feeling.
Yeah,
Um, and it just so I understand where you're coming from there.
yeah,
And I'm telling you, it is very important for us to read our Bibles for ourselves because the one thing I found is when we go to church, and this is what runs a lot of people off. They go to church and you have these preachers that
yeah,
they make the Bible sound complicated. They make the Bible sound like only they are able to, read it and put it out there to you and understand it and all of these things. And I'm telling you right now, you really need to go from the beginning of the Bible to the end and read it for yourself because then when you look at the preacher, you're going to be like, wait, it's not that complicated. It is not that complicated.
yeah,
The Bible, some people will say the Bible's repetition. The same thing over and over and this or that. I've had people say that to me. No, the Bible tells different stories. They may sound a little bit alike and so forth, but this is God telling you in so many different ways. When you get to heaven or the judgment day, when the people stand up to be judged,
Hmm.
here's what God's going to tell you. I told you in so many different ways the same thing, and you still didn't get it.
yeah,
You know, that's what He's
Yeah.
going to tell you. Yes,
yeah,
it was repetition. That's what it's called. It's called repetition, and you still didn't get it. And that's why you're going to be setting yourself in hell because you wasn't smart enough to get it, even after He told you in many different ways how to live your life and to do on
yeah,
this earth. There you
Hmm.
go.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Neva Brim says the 10 Commandments are 10 blessings. If all 10 were lived by them, there would be peace on earth. Amen to that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally and utterly agree. You know, um, absolutely.
Marie Newman
100%.
says, "No one gets to the Father but through the Son. Know Him by His word." Yep.
That's right. That's right. He says when you
Yeah.
know, he says that my children know my voice, and yes, we do. Yes, we do. And and it's the thing about being a bad person or evil person. When you go to do something bad, you're doing something bad, and something tells you not to be doing it, but you you know push it aside, and you push it aside. What better scare you is when you go to do evil and you don't hear that voice anymore. That's where you
Mhm.
better be afraid, because you know what? That's probably when God turned his face away from you and gave up on you, and he probably don't care about you no more. Um, it's what they call a reprobate mind. It's where you've done so much evil that you're just an evil human being, and God ain't working with you any longer. That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a scary thing.
Very scary. They're voting in the chat room to get rid of "You Don't Know Me."
What's
He's
wrong with You
cau-
Don't Know Me?
He's causing issues, so they're voting one to get rid of him.
Um,
He's not being very nice.
I didn't even see You Don't Know Me. Did somebody already get rid of him? Somebody must have got rid of him,
Yeah.
because I don't see him nowhere. Well, that was fast. Yeah, they must be gone. Molly or somebody must have got a hold of him. Yeah, Molly did.
How is it with the stalker now? Do you hear something from the stalker, Prayer Garden?
I hear from him sporadically. It's better than it was,
Yeah,
because
that's
I
good.
was hearing from him all the time, and
Yeah,
now
that's
it's
good.
just sporadically. So,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely a good thing.
And you have done a very good job to protect yourself and your children.
Right. Well, I turned my phone off, so I know that annoyed the hell out of him.
Yeah.
He can't call me because I'm not going to answer. I don't hear the phone, and all he could do is hit me up in chat and text through text.
Yeah.
And
I always set my volume down when I go to bed, or like put it on vibrate,
Yeah,
because
me too.
I don't like to be woken up unless it's an absolute emergency.
Because I can't sleep again.
Yeah, sometimes when I go to sleep, I sleep so hard I don't hear anything.
No.
yeah,
It's long
Molly,
time since I have seen
Molly
L'Oreal.
and Tennessee Shine have the rights to block, and if the other mods feel somebody needs to be blocked, and Molly and Tennessee gives you the okay, you can block Krista 45. Yes. All of my mods have the right to block if they ask Molly or Tennessee Shine first.
Yeah.
They'll give you the go ahead.
Yeah. You have some good mods there. A long time I haven't seen L'Oreal here.
Yeah, Tennessee Shine. I haven't seen her in a couple of days. I don't. I was
thought
going to
she was
call.
just in here earlier. Or was that a different Tennessee
That's
Shine?
Tennessee
yeah.
Moon.
Oh.
Tennessee Shine. I'm going to. I was going to call her today. I didn't get around to it because I stayed so busy today.
I've been busy since like 4 o'clock today, working until midnight.
Oh, girl, I've been going since early this morning, and I mean the whole day. I didn't know if I was coming or going. It was crazy, but and then all the way up to tonight, I even got in here late. I didn't even come in here until like 11:30, almost midnight. you know, and
I didn't
I
think you were even coming on tonight.
I got some
I kept
texts. I got some texts from my mods, and I got some emails, and I got some
Yeah, it's much for you.
all kinds of stuff over, all things on the farm. And damn, I didn't even have time to really check in on what they were saying at all because I was busy getting my content together to come in here, and I couldn't fool with that. And so I
Was
thought,
there something wrong with Vestiges? No.
I don't know what's wrong with Best.
No.
You know,
He was just there another day when I was there.
he just
I-
did a complete flip.
yeah, everybody over here loved him. Everybody over here treated
Yeah.
him nice, and
And you
I
were so
mean,
nice to him when everybody was bad to him. You stood up for him.
oh, I did. I did,
Yeah,
and
I know you did. I know
and
you did.
Yes, he
yeah,
earned
About
like
the
it,
name
baby.
and everything.
right.
You
You
have
know,
very respect for him that
I'm
way.
not sure.
I think he's got
What
two different personalities.
I'm not sure what he said. I'm going to go and watch it. I mean, I'm hearing a lot of things. If he really turned on me the way people are saying, um, you know, yeah, that's
That's sad.
yeah, it's gonna,
Where did he do
I'm not
that?
going to take it lightly. That's for sure.
Which channel did he do that?
They, from what I'm understanding, all things on the farm.
Oh,
I know he was hanging out over there a lot and going up on her panel and everything,
oh,
and I was okay with that. I mean, he's welcome to go anywhere he wants, anywhere.
yeah, of course,
I don't tell anyone where they can go and where they can't. Everybody's welcome to go anywhere they
of
want. That's the thing
course.
about this channel is we
Yeah,
don't tell nobody where they can go and where they cannot go. This is America. You are free to go anywhere
yeah,
you please and
That's
come back
true.
if you please. And I do not try to control no one. You're not going to ever hear PG say, "Hey, I
no,
saw you." No. And you're not going to hear that. Not over here. We don't play that over here. Um, no.
I have looked at other channel, but I have never been on panel. It's only because Sissy is so good. I was so shy the first time, but now I feel at home here. It's so beautiful here. All
Yeah.
your women are so beautiful. God
I,
bless you all.
we got a beautiful family. Absolutely,
Yeah.
we do. We have a beautiful
120
family.
acres. 120 acres says, "Don't worry, he is lurking. He's lurking in the shadows."
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's scary to have people on you like that.
Yeah.
It is absolutely scary, but
Yeah.
I don't think it bothers me much be due to the fact that I've always had to watch my back. I've always had to watch
Yes.
my back, so it's nothing new to me. It's nothing new to me. I've learned
Okay.
that, you might think I'm the prey, but I can become the hunter real quick. And everybody bleeds
Yeah.
alike, so I don't worry about humans too much.
No, that's true.
With God, all things are possible. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't put up with much, and
That's
like I
true,
said,
White Widow baby. He's always listening, whether he types or not.
Yeah.
but
I love
I can't believe that,
White Widow, baby.
if Vess really turned on me, that's going to be upsetting for sure.
Yeah. Because you
I
have been so nice to him.
I really was. God knows I
Yeah.
was. Absolutely. I would
Always
hate to,
nice to him.
right. I hope he didn't. It
No,
don't
I hope
sound
so.
like it don't sound like him. I mean,
No, he normally don't do that. I didn't
No.
think that of him.
absolutely not. And I always had his back. Always. I didn't let nobody
Yes.
pick on Best. I watched over him. I knew that, he was a he's very sensitive, very,
Yeah,
very
very
sensitive
sensitive.
person, and
Yeah.
And he could be real good at one point, and then his
Yeah.
feelings hurt at the next point,
Yeah.
and
I think he's just trying to fit in everywhere, but he don't really
right,
know how to do it.
right.
Do it,
Well, the way you fit in everywhere is to, is to just treat everyone with kindness, love, and respect,
Yeah.
and
Mhm. That's right.
refuse to turn on anybody. If somebody's trying to lead you to say something about someone that is wrong, say, hey, I can't go along with that. I'm sorry. I like it here, but I like it there too, and I just ain't going to be a part of that. You know,
I have never had a bad thing to say about anybody in this chat room.
right?
No.
I
I
love
mean,
everybody like you guys are my own family. You know,
absolutely,
I come here
absolutely.
every single night that Prayer Garden's on.
Yeah.
And
Even if I'm working, I still am listening to her.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why everybody feels like they've got to hate or dislike someone else.
No.
It don't make no sense to me. If it gets you
No.
clicks, likes, and views, I don't want them. I don't want the click, likes, and views. If I don't want them. I would rather everyone get along and not,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to be attacking people, and I don't want no one attacking me.
No.
But for some reason they do, and I really do believe that they want you. They do it to get you to attack them because they think that that's going to get people coming to their channel,
Yeah.
but it's not. What's going to happen is people just know they're not going to come to your channel. They're not going to want to mess with you at all because they know you're nothing but a problem. That this is how, this is the type of person you are. You're always attacking someone else to get your click, likes, and views, and nobody needs that shit. This ain't about click, likes, and views. This is about missing children, children that have no voice, that need a voice, children that
That's
need
true.
help and found. This is about something much bigger than even us, what we call creators,
Yeah.
on
Prayer
YouTube.
Garden.
It's
I
bigger
have
than
Oh,
us.
thanks everyone. I appreciate
I
all your
have to
kind words.
go because I am not feeling so good. And the white the lady. Thank you to all. You are so beautiful, and I love you all. And
Love you
God
too,
bless
honey.
you.
God
And
bless
thank
you,
you
my
so
sweet
much for
Norway.
being nice to me.
Oh, honey, you
You're
take
very
care of
good.
yourself. I'm
And
going to pray
Prayer
for you.
Garden, don't forget yourself and your children. And kiss your children. And
I,
you too, Jenny. Bye
Oh, thank
bye.
you. You too,
I'm
honey.
going to
Love
pray
you.
for
Bye.
you. Good night, Miss
Bye.
Norway. Good night, my
Bye.
sweet Norway.
Oh, here is morning here.
Yeah,
I
well,
love
good
you too,
morning.
Molly Roberts.
Good
It's
morning.
morning.
Good morning. God
Goodbye.
bless. Much love to you, sweetie. Please take care of
Bye.
yourself.
Bye, honey. God bless.
God, I pray for her all the time. I'm going to have to go to my church and pray for her today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she is definitely loved. This chat loves her. They love her to death. I love
Mhm.
her.
I
And
love all you guys in the chat too. You're my family.
I so hope she opens her Bible and starts reading because, I truly believe God can heal her. You're healed by your own faith. By your own faith, you're healed. And,
Yep.
and faith is just believing. Just believe
Mhm.
and know that you are
He's
and you will
healed.
be.
God's healed blind people.
Absolutely.
So
Jesus
anything's
healed.
possible.
You
Huh?
know, Jesus, well, actually, yeah, God did, through Jesus Christ, the blind
Yeah.
man was healed through Jesus,
Mhm.
God actually through his son, yes, he heals us. It says
Yeah.
through Jesus' stripes we shall be healed, and through his blood we are saved. The blood he shed on that cross was so we could have eternal life. And
Mhm.
the pain that he endured, and where they whipped him, is so we could absolutely be healed.
I seen the
And
movie for it, and it's just it
it's
was horrible.
it was, yeah, absolutely. People say, well, those people took pulled Jesus out there and they killed him. No, we all killed him. Every last one of us hung Jesus on that cross. And you know why? Because every last one of us need him. We needed him, his blood, in order to get through to eternal life. Because of our sins, he had to hang on that cross. So we can't say that those people back there did it. We did it as well because we are sinners and we needed him to hang on that cross as much as anybody else did. We caused that as well. So, that's something to think about.
Yep. Sure is.
And that's why you got to just imagine, how much he weeps when people don't, they turn away from him. I mean, he don't rejoice when people backslide or be mean or mess up. He actually probably weeps that he went through so much so we could walk the righteous path, and yet we, still can't seem to do it after all he went through. So, that would be very disheartening. And just think of God. God had to turn his face away when his son hung on that cross. And then to think that people, are not following the Bible and not doing what they need to be doing after his son did all of that for us so we can make it. And then we're sitting there trying not to make it or something. Shoot, you got me bent. I'm like, nope. I mean, I'm sure that's got God's anger kindled a whole lot. That's why, it ain't going to be no problem for him to throw them people in Hades.
Yeah.
Because he's going to remember his son hanging on that cross. And he knows that sacrifice was, that sacrifice that he gave us. We don't have to do anything but just ask to receive it, It ain't like we got to hang on a cross or anything. We just got to ask, to ask after all Jesus went through. And that's something different. But anyway, I didn't come in here to run a Bible school for everybody tonight. Absolutely not.
We don't look at it like that.
I guess somebody needed to hear it. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think God puts our feet anywhere they ain't supposed to be. And I don't think that, whatever topic comes up, God controls all things. So this is one of the things that's supposed to went on.
He sends people to you when you're in need of them. And, there's been a lot of situations I've been in before, broke down on the road and, and some guy stopped and helped me. And, not many people pull over the road to help you. They just drive by you. He stopped and helped me with my tire, and there's a lot of good people out there in this world.
Absolutely. One time I ran out of gas, and as embarrassing as that is to tell, I really did. I ran out of gas. With my kids in the car, I was freaking out.
I bet.
I was totally freaking out. I'm in the middle of the street. I don't have no help whatsoever. And I mean, I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have nothing. I'm sitting there in the middle of the road, conked out. The car's conked out. My kids I'm so worried that somebody's going to just run into us because their cars are flying around us and everything else. And
oh yeah, they do.
And I was thinking of just getting my kids out of the car and standing on the side of the road. Is how worried I was. And anyway, this man comes out of nowhere. I don't even know where he came from. I promise you, I don't know where he came from. But he came out of nowhere and went and got me gas and came
Oh.
back, put it in my vehicle, and he walked. And after he got like he was walking to this gas station down the road.
Mhm.
I didn't even see him get to the gas station. I don't know. I lost sight of him. I I kept looking over there to see where he was, but I couldn't see
Mhm.
this man. He shows back up at my van when I least expected it. He just pops back up. I mean, this is all goes on within maybe 15 to 20 minutes. 15 to
Mhm.
20 minutes, and I thought it should have took him longer than that to get gas at the gas station. But
Yeah.
I promise you,
Really.
like within 15, he goes around the front of my van, disappears, and the next thing I know, he's popping back up on me.
Oh
And
wow.
with the
Was you
gas,
scared of him at first?
no, I
Mm.
wasn't scared of him at all. And he puts
Yeah.
this gas in my tank, and I thanked him. I wanted to pay him. He wouldn't take nothing from me. And
Mhm.
I promise you, I got back in my car, and he was gone. I looked all over the place. He was just gone, disappeared.
Oh wow.
Um, Came out of nowhere, went back into nowhere. That is true story. Honest to God, a true story. And
Mhm. I believe
I'm
you.
like,
I
you
believe in
know,
that stuff. I
if if
mean,
if
I've
that wasn't
seen
an
it.
angel, that's what I'm saying. If that wasn't an angel from heaven, I do not know, you know. And I've had many experiences like that. That ain't the only experience I've had. That
Mhm.
where somebody came out of nowhere, and went back into no place.
Yeah.
Like, so it's crazy as it sounds. It really happened. So, and
Mhm.
I've heard other people, you know,
That had similar experiences.
absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had, similar experiences like that, and
Mhm.
warnings. I've heard people, you know, I've actually, you know, I believe people know when they're going to die. I mean, in
Yeah,
all
I believe
honesty,
that because of the my mom passed at 50. She was sick for 3 days. We thought she just had the flu.
right?
And she was laying on the couch. She wasn't doing much. And I thought, oh, she just has the flu. She'll be fine. And then she got really better right before. Um, and she said, I love you to me when I went to bed. We were sitting and talking at 2 o'clock in the morning, and we had a bowl of cereal together, and we were laughing. And she's like, I'm feeling better today. And then the next day, she had a massive heart attack and died instantly.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
at
sorry
50
to
years,
hear that.
yeah, at 50 years old. My dad, he passed away with an infection in his bloodstream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
I really didn't
Absolutely.
have a great relationship with my dad, and that my mom raised us on our own without him. So me and my sister have different fathers.
Right.
Um, but me and my sister butt heads a lot. She's a redhead, so she's very, she's very temperamental. And there'll be
Yeah, you
times
gotta watch
when,
out for them.
well, yeah, I went to Florida with her for a week and had a great time and came back, and now she's mad at me. For what reason, I don't even know.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
she's just
remember. I
mad.
remember you did. Yeah, you was really excited and happy when you got back. I remember that.
Hmm.
Yeah, wasn't that just not too long ago?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now she's trying to turn my daughter against me and everything like that. She's tried to act like my daughter's mother, um, forever now. Like I'm not good enough to be her mom. And she just, my sister's got a little money, so she thinks that, she's the greatest person, like her shit don't stink kind of thing.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
then,
I am definitely sorry to hear that. I mean,
yeah, you know, she's just saying all this mean stuff about me to my daughter. And
I'm going to
I
tell
I
you,
had went and picked up an order at Applebee's the other night, DoorDash order.
right,
And my daughter came in. We went in through the side door to get the DoorDash order. My daughter went through the front door of the restaurant, her and her boyfriend, and she looked right at me and never spoke to me.
wow.
Yeah. And
Well,
I
one day she'll
never
wish
did
me.
anything wrong to her. I have treated her so good. She's my only child. I raised her all by myself without a father.
One day she'll
And
look back and she'll wish she could recapture that moment, but she
mhm,
won't be able to. You know,
yeah,
one day she'll wish she could recapture that, but she won't be able to. And,
mhm,
you know, she knows how good you treated her. She knows how good you was to her throughout
yeah,
her life, how you know, your sister didn't raise her, you did. Your sister
yeah.
didn't work to give her
Well, my
everything
daughter,
you did.
my sister straight up told my daughter, because she told me about it on January 1st, that she called the she was the one that called the CPS on me because she didn't think I was a good mother, and she wanted my daughter. She told her that.
Oh, wow.
I
Your
said
sister got any kids?
that's a bit, well, she's got her girlfriend's got 3. She's bisexual, so or you know, lesbian, whatever, you
Right,
know. So she don't have a boyfriend or anything like that. She's just got girlfriend.
right,
And they called the welfare on me like when Shelby was like, my daughter was like 7,
right,
and they said that I was a bad mother and everything like that, and they investigated everything, and they're like, you're fine, you know, and they cleared the case. But she just did it out of spitefulness, you know,
right. Out of
and
ugliness.
because
Or
she
not
wanted,
really spitefulness. She did it out of self gain.
yeah, she wanted to hurt me, and she
Right,
knew that that was the way to do it.
right,
And you know, she don't have any kids, like blood kids herself, but her girlfriend that she's been with for many years has 3 kids that she claims as her own. But she's always tried to put stuff in my daughter's head about me.
white window baby. Loose Lips tried to dox PG. She didn't dox me. I can't even remember what name she called me. She called me something too. I've got so many names out there. Somebody said I'm the lady at a Columbus Zoo. Um, I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go see about this lady.
I'm
And
sorry that I have put
I
all
can't
those.
remember if the woman was wearing a blue shirt or a red shirt, but anyway, I know the workers at that particular zoo that I looked up wore the opposite of whatever this woman had on, and it was like, what the hell? And you know, what kind of insanity is that? I mean, people's just making shit up, you know. Um
They're just curious.
yeah, I mean,
So they
but
just say that.
when people do that, it worries me because it can get that person, you know, attacked. It could get them. I worry for them, you know,
Mhm.
you shouldn't do that to someone,
That's right.
you know, absolutely
Hmm.
not. And, you know, people like that are evil. People who try to dox other people are very, very evil. They don't care about someone's safety, you know. Um, I have nothing for people that do things like that. Absolutely nothing. They sicken me. And not
Oh, I
only that,
know.
by doing
Me
that,
too.
they could get other people hurt as well. I mean, I've already had like I don't know how many names, and just
Hmm.
imagine if these people are, you know, are getting attacked. Um,
Yeah, that would
you
be
know, that's
terrible.
scary. That's
It,
scary to think that these
yeah,
people
very
are getting
scary.
attacked.
Hmm.
And, you know, um, it kind of makes you want to maybe just shut down and go away to keep these people safe, you know? Um,
Yeah, but you can't leave us. We love you so much.
yeah. Yeah. But I don't want people getting hurt.
You're a beautiful soul, and I love hearing what you have to say, and you've become a very important person in my life.
Well, I thank you. God bless
You're
you.
welcome.
God
Yeah,
bless
God
you.
bless you.
But I don't want anybody getting hurt because of PG. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not righteous either.
Like, they've come up with so many names. It's like, just stop. They don't. It's none of their business what your name is
Molly
or where
Robinson,
you're
I worked at a
or
farm
where
in
you live
Cal.
at.
Oh no, did I say that out loud?
Yeah. And like, that's no business of theirs of what your name is and where you live. They don't need
No,
to.
absolutely not. I mean, I'm not looking
That's not
them up.
important.
I'm not doxing them. I don't give a fuck about anybody's addresses or, you know, I don't dox creators. I don't do things like that. That's
Mhm.
you know, I I care more about their kids and about their, about
Oh yeah,
them. I mean, I don't even want them to get hurt. I
yeah.
mean, we're all supposed to be on here for summer, for missing children. We're all supposed to be on here, we're supposed to be united together, and we're not united together because these people don't know how to come together to be for all of these kids and to work together for these children and to bring these children, they don't know how to come together and pray for them to get God to pull the truth to the light and let us find these kids, let us know the truth and let us get justice for them.
That's
You
true. And
know,
all these well supporters really tells you, all it really tells you is them people are the same, made from the same cloth as Don and Candace.
right.
So the kind of people that support them and think they're so innocent and everything else, they're just like them.
Well, I've got a lot of people been trying to dox me that don't think they're so important. They don't think that,
Mhm.
they don't care
I
about
never
Don and Candace.
realized I never realized when I made my YouTube channel that I put my full name on there, and I'm like, I maybe shouldn't have did that. But
Right.
like, I didn't realize it because I signed up on YouTube a long time ago. I just never started messing with it till lately, when I met you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I had it
Yeah.
on there to like watch music videos or whatever like that, but I never went on anybody's channel until I went on to Ziggy's, and then I heard you on there, and then I followed you when you got your channel.
Wow. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't ever get on YouTube either. I was like you. I just,
Yeah,
I might watch a movie on it or,
or
as
watch
you
like
said,
something from the
listen to some
news.
music or,
Mm-hmm.
I use the internet to, listen to the Bible, um, you know, Christian songs,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, sometimes I will, you know, open up a church that's preaching on Sunday morning and listen to the preachers or
Mm-hmm.
something of that nature. But I didn't really ever. I mean, I didn't, you know, get on YouTube, and then Don Wells pissed me off. Boy, he really pissed me off. Him and Candus up there lying
Oh
and
yeah.
especially when he told me that man across the road he thought did something to Summer and he didn't really know him and all. And then I found out he did know them. That was the straw that broke the camel's back right there.
I
It
bet.
started, it pretty much started with when he called me about Mary. I didn't like
Mhm.
that at all. I didn't understand why he would do something so awful. But I figured that was a family feud that been going on for years, and it really had nothing to do with. I felt it had nothing to do with Summer's case. I felt that it did take a lot of attention away from Summer's case.
Yeah, it did.
And it made me very upset because it was putting Summer in the background. All of that was kind of fading her away to where, and Donald was glad about it. He was very glad to have that out front instead of his daughter. And that even made me more angry. And I stepped up and even tried to help at that point by writing him some letters to try to teach him how to talk. I thought maybe he didn't know how to talk about his daughter, him and Cant.
Yeah, and you tried to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I tried to do everything I could, and
There was just too much to ignore.
I had to face the damn truth. You know,
Yeah.
I really had to face the truth, even though I didn't want to. I did not want to ever think these parents were guilty. I just wanted them to be innocent. But, you know, what I want and what the truth really was is two different things. And I had to face that. And that's why, you know, I wanted everyone else to know what was going on. I needed for everyone to understand this because I thought it was very important that people understand what kind of people they are dealing with. Because, you know, what Donald was coming out and showing people and how they really was two different things for sure.
There's just these people when you go out in public or even online that are on video or whatever, you just either get this really good vibe about them and you really like them, or you just get this bad vibe like, oh, stay away from them, they're no good. You
Candus
know,
and Donald was playing victims from day one. You know, playing this damn victims. And laughing the whole time, laughing, and it was just pukish.
Laughing about a matter that their daughter Summer Moon Utah Wells is nowhere to be found.
It's like they didn't care.
That's heartless.
It's like they
I don't
didn't care.
understand how anybody could ever do that.
Early on, I felt that, you know, that they knew exactly what happened, and therefore, but they didn't feel it was anyone else's business. And you know, it wasn't nobody's business. And they felt like it's our child. It's nobody's fucking business. We're not going to jail for this shit. And that's how they was. That's exactly, you know, and that's why they wasn't putting up flyers. They didn't want billboards. They didn't want anything because, you know, and they were laughing at all of us.
They figured the longer that Summer is not found,
the more money they'll make. She's a cash cow for them.
The more money she'll make, and the less evidence that they'll have when they do find her remains.
A cash cow, their own child's a cash cow, and in my opinion, the very child they destroyed, they've used up, and that's disgusting as hell.
Yeah, White Widow Baby said send Mountain Nanny link. She's in here.
Right, absolutely. It was all about me. That's all Donald wanted to do is talk about him and the sisters, and he kept that shit going for months to, you know, distract everybody away from Summer. Absolutely. And yeah, they're worthless. In my opinion, they're worthless. But God will bring this to the light, and we will get the truth, and hopefully they'll get what they deserve too.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we need justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. It's been almost 9 months now.
Absolutely. I think I've kept everybody up all night. I came in super late, and I know I've kept everybody up all night. I did not mean to keep everyone up all night. I'm so sorry.
I have a bad headache, so bad my head's pounding, but
yeah.
I had it all day, and I I tried to take Tylenol for it, and I just can't get rid of it.
My God. God have mercy on you.
Yeah.
I can only
Well,
imagine.
I can't sleep when I feel that way.
Right. Right. Yeah. I am super tired, and in a couple hours, I'm going to really feel my tiredness because I'm going to have to make breakfast and clean that up, and then it'll be time for lunch and clean that up, and it'll be time to, get what things I can get done and dinner on the table and one thing after the other. The most I could say for tomorrow is a Sunday, and I don't have to work all in between all of that and try to get my job done as well.
Yeah, I gotta go grocery shopping tomorrow, pick up some stuff, and I'm gonna probably work for like 4 hours tomorrow, and then I'll be on here tomorrow night.
Oh, God bless you, girl. I'm gonna try to get in earlier tomorrow night, so I know I'm gonna be dragging. I know I'm gonna be dragging tomorrow for sure. So I'm gonna let everybody go. As I ask every night, please, 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 please pray for Summer. Absolutely, keep those prayers going up. I know, I know the power of our God, and He's the all powerful, and whatever He wants shall be done. So,
I love
and
you, PG, and I love you, chat. God bless you all, and good night.
good night, sweetie. God bless you. Absolutely. So continue to keep them prayers going up. Please keep them going up from our lips to God's ears through His Son, Jesus Christ. We want to continue to pray. I know He hears us, and He's going to answer us. I know that. He's already answering, but I think He's bringing it out, the way it's supposed to come out, because I don't think we can handle it. I don't think we could handle what happened June the 15th all at once. So I think God's bringing it out little by little so that, people can handle it. We've been here too long. We're invested, is what I'm trying to say. We're very invested. And it would really tear a lot of people up to learn the truth all at once. So God, I think, is taking it easy on everybody and letting it come out slowly so that everyone can adjust to when the final answers show up. But continue to pray for those final answers, because that's what we need. We need Summer found, and we need her brought home, and we need justice for sure. So keep praying. Pray for one another. Please pray for Tennessee Shine. I haven't seen her. I'm going to call her tomorrow for sure. Absolutely. Just to check up on her, make sure she's okay. And I asked for you all to pray for my sweet Norway. She said she's sick. She's got a bad fever. Please, please pray for her as well. And BDAC, pray for him and everyone else in the chat. There is a lot of people dealing with colds and COVID, and every day people are dealing with mental, physical, spiritual, financial. You name it, we all have things we're dealing with, no matter how happy we portray to be, we still got our worries in the back of our minds, every last one of us. So remember to keep praying for everybody, and know that I'm always praying for you. I feel like I'm rambling on again, but good night. Absolutely, I love seeing the Summer support in here. The hearts are already going up. God bless you all for supporting Summer. I am so thankful you do. Absolutely. I am super thankful that you guys are here for her. God bless you all. And as I said, keep praying. Just keep praying. Good night, everybody. Much love to you all.